It's the butthurt blues. No matter who, 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 it's the butthurt blues.
I don't like men, still I cry. Down with the patriarchy, still I cry. I'm an independent, still I cry. No man can handle me, still I cry. I don't need no man, still I cry. I cry. I cry! Still I cry. I got my own business, still I cry. I lost my mind, still I cry. I turned down all the good men, still I cry. And still I cry. I cry. I lost my snap, still I cry. I lost my section 8, still I cry. I have this simp, still I cry. I didn't teach my girls about their cycle, still I cry. I made my son husband, still I cry. I just broke the first 3 commandments, still I cry. I know I'm wrong, still I cry. I'm not okay, still I cry. I know I hate myself, still I cry. Still I cry, still I cry, still I cry. I cry. I cry!
I choose the bear, you can never have me.
You can always call 1-800-CALL-A-BEAR.
1-800-CALL-A-BEAR. Hook up with your bear today. I will not be held responsible if that bear, well, you know.
Lord, bless this food I'm about to receive. Amen. Amen. Amen.
I choose the bear. He won't try to hurt me.
Lord, bless this food I'm about to receive. Amen.
Lord, what is in that hair? Oh my God.
I choose the bear. He will never hurt me.
A few moments later.
Hey, come get her. She did something to my baby daddy.
What?
I choose the bear. He will never hurt me.
I'm done with life, and it's all Jermaine's fault. It's always Jermaine's fault. I'm done.
What's going on, everybody? AB Media 83 here. The theme of tonight's Colosseum is actually pretty simple.
I'm done with life, and it's all Jermaine's fault. It's always Jermaine's fault. I'm done.
It's always Jermaine's fault, even when it's not our fault.
Roland Martin, come to the carpet. See, I let it ride when you jumped on my post trying.
Yeah, if you heard that, that's for later. That's going to be later. Yeah, not even Roland Martin is safe from this. Yes, these toxic black feminists are so depraved, I actually have to defend Roland Martin in this stream. Let me say that again for the people that didn't hear me in the back. These toxic feminists are so depraved, I actually have to defend Roland Martin against these toxic feminists. Let that sink in. Just let that sink in. Okay, hold on. I'm trying to get my link. Where is it? StreamYard loves to change stuff. Hold on. StreamYard is acting up here. Oh, hold on just a minute. I just want the link. Why y'all making stuff difficult? Okay, whatever. Oh, y'all give me a second. Little technical difficulties here. Daggone it. There it is. That's what I want. All right, if you brothers want to come up, we can do so now. Tripping. But yeah, let that sink in. These toxic feminists are so bad that I have to defend Roland Martin today. And y'all know firsthand I am no fan of Roland Martin. But for those of you who have been living under a rock, former Lieutenant Governor of Virginia, Justin Fairfax, unalived his wife and himself in a murder-suicide. He was a black man. He was a Democrat. Y'all know I'm hard on Democrats, but I didn't see this one coming at all. Peace, good brother Art. What's going on, Snowman?
I can only say this in the way that my longtime friend Chris Bass said it on my show. What in the all types of blue hell?
Yes, I actually have to defend Roland today. That is how toxic black women have become.
Well, this is 2026, and this is the 21st century.
Yeah.
All hell has broken loose in the community. Good grief.
Yeah. Now, why am I defending Roland? Because, well, he knew Justin Fairfax.
Oh.
He gave some decent insight on what was going on.
Yeah.
And to his credit, he literally talked about black men's mental health.
Yeah.
Had two experts on.
Mm-hmm.
So when I woke up this morning, I saw a bunch of black women bashing Roland Martin. I was like, okay, why? Then I heard one of them finally said, he had a bunch of experts on mental health. Well, we need to focus on the murder of this of his wife. I forget his wife's name. Justin Fairfax's wife.
Just Serena is her name, I believe.
Serena, yeah, that is her name.
Serena is her name. I saw a video from Dr. T. Hassan Johnson as I was cleaning the kitchen today, and
yes, he did a video on it. I think it's in my playlist.
Justin Fairfax got screwed.
Yes.
Let me repeat that for all the toxic feminists, no matter what color, way in the back of Old Market Square Arena. Justin Fairfax, a black man who was on the come up, got screwed.
Yes, he was on track to be Virginia's governor,
and they didn't want him there. The old farts in charge didn't want him there because he was going to bring honesty, he was going to bring the real, and he was going to bring change. The old farts in charge in that area along the Atlantic coast, take it from a person who lived on the Atlantic coast, didn't want it.
Yeah. He had a good chance of winning too, because I had actually heard of this guy. He had a good chance of winning, but then that scandal came up.
And that scandal was fucking fabricated.
Partially. Now, I don't know about the second one, but the first one, if I'm not mistaken, he did confirm it. Well, basically, he got some head in college.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
He got a blowjob in college, which is
what
normal.
Men do.
Especially normal, especially if you're in a dorm.
Yep. If you live in a dorm and you meet somebody on a college campus, it's gonna happen. Period.
Yes, this is normal behavior for college students, whether you like it or not. But anyway,
don't let them tell you that.
Yeah, she came out like 15 years later. Keep in mind, all this happened like in 2004, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, 2004.
And she came out later. Talking about he did something to her, and also to Roland's credit, he pointed out that none of this went to trial and nobody was convicted.
Mm-hmm. Now, where have we seen this before?
Well, despite that fact, because it was a quote unquote Me Too situation,
and he got zapped.
It pretty much torpedoed his career.
Yep.
And quiet as it's kept, they were in him and his wife were in the middle of divorce proceedings. Now,
he got zapped and he got screwed.
Yes.
Period. I'll say it the blunt way. Because in a way, it happened to me in 1990. He got zapped and he got screwed.
Yes, he did. Hold on, I need to switch my list around here a little bit, and then we'll get started. Because I want to play April's video because she gives an insight of what the wife was thinking.
I'm so sick of seeing shit like this.
Yes,
I am sick of it. I'm absolutely sick of it.
But here we go. We're gonna start with Roland's big stream. This is what everybody's mad at him about.
Okay.
And yeah, this is YouTube content.
Fair use.
No, this isn't Roland. That's YouTube. But is it at the right mark? It's about 50. Yeah, that's about.
I'm thinking about you, and I'm thinking about us all, and praying for healing. And I pray that we take something out of this, that we really need to rethink our public discourse and our public life and how we handle politicians and people who run for office or people who are in office.
Now, one of their arguments against Roland is they're trying to claim that Roland is defending what Justin Fairfax did. Let me be perfectly clear right now. Nobody is defending what Justin Fairfax did. Nobody. Right. That's just a bold-faced lie. Roland wasn't defending it. We're not defending what Justin Fairfax did. Let me make that perfectly clear, just in case the black feminist comes across of this. Nobody's defending what he did.
They're coming. They search for content that says everything to the contrary of what you just said. I will echo your statement. We're not defending what Justin Fairfax did, period.
They're people too, and they have wives, and they have children, or they have husbands, and they have children.
Nothing against this lady. I'm just trying to get the Roland's part.
Right.
So I knew both Justin and Serena. I knew Justin more. He'd often been on my show.
Well, and they're frat brothers. It is what it is.
Yeah.
Justin was an alpha.
And I've heard some ladies talking about, well, that's your frat brother. You should have known what's going on in the house. No, that all that shows me is you don't know how men operate.
What the bloody fuck?
Just because they're brothers doesn't always mean they know what's going on in each other's house. Stop it.
And doesn't mean that they operate the same way. Stop it. Just like you said, stop it.
A fraternity brother. He also was a Sigma Pi Phi fraternity. We were in the same chapter, Beta Nu. He obviously came on the TV One show when remember, he ran for
he's been on Roland show.
Attorney General in Virginia, lost, got more than 600,000 votes, then ran in 2017 for lieutenant governor, shocked folk and won. And I remember national media were not paying any attention to him. And then all of a sudden he won, that everybody wanted him. He came on my show first. He said, you were interviewing me before the rest of them did. And we brought him on. And that was the interview when he came on the show. And he was 48 hours away from becoming governor of Virginia when the blackface scandal regarding Governor Ralph Northam came out. And that's when the sexual assault allegations first dropped, that he had forced a woman to perform oral sex on him. He said it was consensual. And then that was a second.
Yeah, that's where I got that from. It was consensual, and I believe that. Consider it was college. I believe that.
An allegation that came out of.
Should have heard some of the stories Dr. T told me about his college days.
Raleigh, North Carolina, when he was a student at Duke. There were never any criminal charges. There was never any civil lawsuit.
Exactly.
There were black female DAs in Boston and Raleigh who said, if a criminal complaint is filed, we will fully investigate it. That never happened. Nope. So one of the things that Justin could not let go of.
And yet, we still got heifers going around accusing Justin Fairfax of doing something when there was no trial, anything.
Nothing.
He felt there was never any due process. I can tell you, he came on this show to talk about it. He talked about it personally. I look back at the text messages. We last texted March of last year. His nickname for me was Legend. He always called me Legend. Serena texted me last year. She recommended me to be the commencement speaker at Norfolk State University. And she was sad and they picked somebody else. And I went back and I'm looking at those text messages. And we last texted, she sent me a story from Chicago Defender in September. Was not aware of the divorce, was not aware of this custody battle. But I do know, as Sophia laid out, the pain, the burden, the anger that he had because he couldn't prove his innocence. He wasn't found guilty.
Just to add a little context to what Roland was talking about, you have to also understand something. He had a very hard time finding a job out after this. And unfortunately, that's part of the unfortunately in the divorce documents, she complains about that.
Mm-hmm.
Even though she's a doctor and a dentist. And it's probably making plenty of money. And I don't want to jump to conclusions, but okay.
Yeah, I don't want to jump to conclusions.
Law firm that he worked with fired him. Could not get hired anywhere else.
Yeah.
So even when he leaves, he ran for governor.
So basically, they drove him crazy.
Governor in 2021 came in fourth place in Democratic primary. Here he is, his wife, an accomplished dentist, professional in her own right. Again, you see these two, you're thinking happy couple, but everything that transpired from 2019, it was, as Sophia said, it was as if it got darker and darker and darker and darker. I talked to people today who absolutely tried to help. And when you see these stories, it is beyond selfish. I know he loved his kids. I know she loved their kids. But Justin's action takes the mother of those kids. Those kids also don't have the father.
Does it sound like Roland's defending Justin Fairfax?
No.
Now you're seeing the New York Post put out some story regarding documents and talking about financial issues and alcoholism, all sorts of different things along those lines. And the reality is his life was not over. He was being talked about. I mean, he was lieutenant governor. The governor could only serve for one term. Folks were already saying he was going to be the nominee. He would have been.
Yeah, that is true. I remember that. I remember that election. And then that scandal happened.
When for the next turn. before when Glenn Youngkin, that race, many said that should have been Justin Fairfax. People were saying that he could potentially run for president one day. All of that was lost.
All that, yeah.
The reality is, his family wasn't lost. And so the question is, how do you deal with that? How do you deal with it? And I'm purposely having tonight 2 black male psychologists. So let me explain to you why. When the Chris Brown, Rihanna domestic violence situation happened, I was at CNN. And every conversation I saw on national television, it was women talking about domestic violence. And I kept saying, okay, if men are committing domestic violence, why are we not having the conversation with men? We just did the story of the sister in Coral Gables, not Coral Gables, I'm sorry, the town in Florida, shot and killed by her husband.
Yeah, I think she was a mayor, if I'm not mistaken.
Brother there, he's been charged with murder. So when I was at CNN, I said, and so I remember I wanted to book Kevin Powell because Kevin Powell had openly written about committing domestic violence and seeking treatment. And it's interesting, the producers didn't want to do that. They didn't even want an all-male panel. And what was crazy is that the producer of the segment is now the president of MS Now, Rebecca Cutler. And what was interesting is that 3 weeks later, Oprah had Kevin Powell on the show. And I was like, well, clearly he was good enough for Oprah, but he wasn't good enough for CNN. But the issue that I had then was that whenever we talk about domestic violence, we aren't dealing with men.
No, we're not.
We aren't having men talk about dealing with men. Joining us right now, Doctors Aldwin Tart, Kevin Washington, Kevin Kors, with the Black Psychology Association. And let's be clear, neither one of you treated Justin Fairfax. I don't know if you knew him or his wife. But based upon all that we know, Kevin, I'll start with you, is that here was an individual who could not handle the destruction of his political career, which impacted the personal career, and now brings in the devastation of his family, now leaving not only, my God, his teenage kids. I mean, it was the son was the one who called 911, but also brothers. And
I have 30 watching. Like, share, subscribe, hit the Cash App, support the show, hit the Super Chat, support the show. Hit the Cash App. I haven't got a Cash App in a couple of weeks. Hit the Cash App, support the show.
Fathers and her family as well. So this tragedy it goes beyond, killing his wife, taking his life. Now you're going to have lifelong implications as a result.
Yeah.
I mean, when you talk about the dynamics of Black men and mental health and elements that are often untreated, the dynamics of living in a space that denies you the full expression of your maleness, the presumption of incompetence when you walk into a given space, the idea of trying to measure up and trying to find the ways to fit in places that don't want you to be there.
Oh, come on.
Uh-oh, is it acting up on your end?
Yeah. Moving a little slow. Shutting some things down, see if that speeds it up just a little bit.
Yeah, that's a problem I have here sometimes. I'm about to jettison everything that I have, like in my downloads and saved in my pictures, and put it in cloud storage somewhere where it does not disturb what I have on my laptop.
Oh, come on. Outside. Let's go. Yeah.
It restarted on you.
Yeah.
Treated Justin Fairfax. I don't know if you handle the destruction of his political career, which impacted the personal career, and now brings in the devastation of his family, now leaving not only, my God, his teenage kids. I mean, it was the son was the one who called 911, but also brothers and fathers and her family as well. So this tragedy it goes beyond, killing his wife, taking his life. Now you're going to have lifelong implications as a result.
I mean, when you talk about the dynamics of Black men and mental health and elements that are often untreated, the dynamics of living in a space that denies you the full expression of your maleness, the presumption of incompetence when you walk into a given space, the idea of trying to measure up and trying to find the ways to fit in places that don't want you to be there, in the context of a space of coming from communities of disavowed identity. There is a seed, a bed that is fertile for creating a condition of confusion, a condition of lack of groundedness, but more importantly, then one tries to find a way to be grounded in a false position of humanity in places that still don't want you to be there. So it's a lot. I mean, the story is thick. The children there when this process takes place, the long impacts of it.
Yes, sadly, his kids were in the house when this took place. Unfortunately,
mentioned it very clearly of how many people are impacted by this entire process, and here we are in a space where we are still dealing with the issues of Black men suffering in silence. There's no silence at this time. It is time for us to begin to reckon with certain things that we have not been looking into. What does it mean to be who we are? What does it mean to be denied the full expression of humanity? What does it mean to be questioned when you walk into a space, to modify your language, to soften your voice, to sound a certain way to be acceptable? And
Dr. T talks about this when he's on college campuses.
Man.
Because he's talking to a bunch of toxic feminists.
And to Philip's comment, men do suffer from domestic violence. I've survived it twice.
Bears the brunt of that. If I cannot express this out in the world to someone as how I'm frustrated, it often may implode within our homes. But that's not to justify the issues of domestic violence. It is simply to say that we have to have the release valve put there. And I will say that research we did with Black men and research around workplace issues, and we said, talk about your most challenging part of the job. They said my most challenging part of the job was going to happy hour with my coworkers, my non-Black coworkers. It said for them, their happy hours when they were driving away from their particular environment. So do we ever talk about the frustrations of being in certain spaces? And then you have people, when you get to your home and you're not getting support or whatever you feel that you should get, right? And that this is not about what should have happened. I'm simply saying that our interpretation of reality, not the issue of what is real. All those things begin to set the condition around which individuals can and oftentimes do implode. That's why we hear psychologists talk about how we relieve ourselves.
Aldwin, when I posted that we were doing this, people immediately said, well, you talk about mental health, you should be talking about domestic violence. And I said, but they actually go together.
Yes.
And I said, if you do not address the mental health issue, it's going to lead to domestic violence.
Correct.
And I think I know why some Black women are against this.
The reason being?
Because they commit domestic violence, and we get to the
in bunches.
Huh?
Sorry. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I was saying in bunches.
They commit domestic violence, and if we get to the heart of they might be able to they might be held to account. Oops, there's that a word that accountability.
And again, see, this is the issue that I have when we talk about domestic violence only from a female perspective.
It's called the Duluth model. unfortunately, and it has wreaked havoc the last 30 to 40 years.
We do not have conversations and confront domestic violence from a male perspective, then we're not getting at the individuals who are largely committing domestic violence. And that person that...
they're committing domestic violence, but so are women, but we don't talk about that part.
That goes to that extent that commits domestic violence, that is a mental health issue that you have to confront. So it could be ego, it could be narcissism, it could be anger, it could be selfishness, it could be post-traumatic syndrome, it could be any number of things. And those are things that we have to address. And all too often, we're not having those conversations specifically with and about men, especially Black men.
Right.
I mean, when we look at the case of Justin Fairfax, I mean, I think any, clinical psychologist is able to see that he had all of the markers for all the risk factors that you don't want to have. Yes. All right. So let's make this specific for Justin. All right. So we call this the fallen high status Black man. All right, phenomenon. So think about who he was, a public figure who lost it all publicly. All right. So you had the pending divorce, the pending loss of his children, looks like for his political career. Right. We have the alcoholism, the daily alcohol use. We have the buying of the gun. We have the political demise. Right. And what we call like a narcissistic injury cascade. So we have the sexual abuse allegations, the political defeat, the IRS. The only reason I'm saying this is that if we're into his world, this is a lot for anyone to handle. And when you're a public figure, it makes it even worse. And when we start talking about Black men, there are times in which we feel like we're supposed to just cowboy up, struggle through it versus say, hey, you know what? This is too much for me to bear. Right. And one of the things that we know about when it comes to just men, especially Black men and mental health, the stronger, if we're talking about mental wellness, mental fitness is actually to be vulnerable about what's going on. Well, the complicated thing is when you are a political figure, are you a public figure? First of all, who can you trust? There's only 4%.
Exactly.
4% of psychologists are Black men. 4%. So who could he go to and trust? 2, did he even want to go? A lot of times men would say, hey, that makes me weak. If someone found out I was seeing a psychologist, would that disqualify me as mentally stable or mentally strong or able to govern? So there were a lot of things that were working against Justin. Right now, I did not know him personally, right? But when we start looking at this persona and we look at it specifically, we look at suicide rates, believe it or not, suicide rates are higher among political figures, police officers.
Can you read that super chat for me, please?
Yeah. Ghost Illmatic with the $5 super chat says, light skinned dude, Dr. Tart. I believe I'm reading that right. I don't have my glasses with me. Is a panda bear and a KS hater. Salute AB Media and the Black Manosphere.
Well, he's speaking truth right now.
He is.
Pastors. Why? Because if you're the helper, if you're the fixer, who do you go to get fixed? And then if we compound this, all right, with actually having a gun and having intimate partner conflict, raises the chances of homicide and suicide by about 500%. All right. So when we start looking.
Like, share, subscribe, hit the Cash App, support the show, hit the super chat, support the show, hit the Cash App too. I haven't got a Cash App in a couple of weeks. Hit the Cash App, support the show.
Help this man out, support the show, and hit the Cash App, folks.
At the policies of these states and really keeping people safe and
reminder, I've had BGS on the last two weeks and I haven't had a Cash App. So
what up with that? We gotta support all the Black man content creators here, folks. Everybody.
and keeping families safe, the access to a gun without a mental health evaluation, right? Not being able either to access or maybe his reluctance to access care for depression, alcoholism, partner relational conflict. This is how a clinical psychologist would code it. And then work stress, and then conflict with his children as far as whatever the custody is. That's a lot for anyone to deal with. So when we look at this, Black men absolutely have to sit down and talk and be vulnerable and say, this is too much. Why? Because when we express it, we can actually decrease some of the stress that we're under so that we don't get to a point to where suicide, homicide becomes a viable option because someone is depressed.
But what are Black men
I know people are going to say this.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
But what are Black... I'm about to cry here. Forgive me. But what are Black men taught?
Oh, tough it out. Tough it out.
Man out. Man up. Put your big boy pants on.
What they call it? Alpha your way through it.
Alpha your way through it. And I'll say it the way BGS says it. That's all bullshit.
That's some bullshit.
All domestic violence is not necessarily linked to mental health. There are some people
bullshit.
Who are just who don't have any mental health diagnosis when it comes to domestic violence. That's because they don't want to get diagnosed. God damn it. They have, right? But there are also others that, in this case, where there's comorbid depression, alcoholism, political devise, public scrutiny, conflict.
Shout out to Proud King for the Cash App. And before I forget, y'all get a where's that? Y'all get a
cha-ching, 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 cha-ching. You better thank your donors.
Thank you, donors. But let's continue.
With the courts.
Hit the Cash App, support the show. Hit the Super Chat, support the show.
Sound effect tax in effect. Sound effect tax in effect, because I got a few sounds to play tonight. Did you freeze?
Oh, no.
Right.
Okay.
And then ongoing stress that becomes intolerable.
And Kevin, and this is, I guess what really bothers me, I've been looking at a lot of these comments. Monster, evil. But first of all, anyone who chooses to turn on their spouse and kill them, that is beyond deplorable.
Yeah.
And then kill yourself in a home with your children. Yet when we start examining all of these things, Aldwin laid it out, and you as well, in terms of being this high achiever. I mean, here was someone who ran for attorney general.
Yeah.
Who was a U.S. attorney, went to Duke, Columbia Law School, body man for Senator John Edwards when he ran for president, who clearly, I mean, I remember it vividly. He wins in 2017, and he's called one of the stars of the Democratic Party. You can only get governor with one term in Virginia. Oh, he's going to be the nominee in 2021. He's 48 hours away from becoming governor. Allegations then drop.
Timing.
And I can say this because I know of the conversations we had. What drove him crazy, was so angry, is that he couldn't prove his innocence. Right. Nor was he found guilty.
Yeah, that's any man crazy.
And so he was sort of stuck in this no man's land. But he was like, I want the FBI to investigate. I want there to be, I want somebody to, he wanted absolution, never could receive it. Loses the job. Now all of a sudden, you're going through a divorce. Now you're in a custody battle. Now you're ordered to leave the house and you lose custody of the children. Kevin, put us Is that a person who goes, I've lost all of this, now I'm losing the one thing, the two things that I still had, that was a wife and family. And so, and again, I'm not saying put us in that person's mind, but walk people through what that means on an individual to deal with.
I'll put it in a short
when you
sentence.
have these events that take place in our lives, we have to think clearly about the limbic system, which comprises of the amygdala, the septum, and the hippocampus. And these deal with our issues of rage and emotions and fear and frustrations. And so when these neurochemicals start to move within our system, the regulation of emotions becomes very dysregulated, right? And when you begin to find ways to normalize yourself or to humanize yourself in spaces such as institutions that you attend, Duke, or the occupation that you ascribe to, law, or the law school that you attend to, right? Or your position, your status, and those things begin to provide a buffer for you against the other things that can be causing you some psychological disrepair. And all of a sudden, your buffers have removed themselves, and the place where you often found solace, right? The peace, the structure. Most men say the only thing I desire when I return home is peace. And so when that's disrupted, then you have the issue of the deceptive rage, the idea of rage, the idea of the poor judgment. And so these behaviors are endemic in a process around which one feels like they've lost it all. My buffers are gone. And so it's imperative for Black men to find themselves and find their identity, not in the wombs of women, not in bottles on the wall, not in the things that they smoke, but they find their value and worth in the essence of what it means to be who they are. And that's where therapy comes into play. But I want to say this also, it's critical, because there are different forms of domestic violence that often get overlooked. And many times domestic violence that is verbal gets overlooked because there are no wounds. People then suggest
about Black women like that. Oops, I said it out loud.
Say it louder. I'll say it louder. I'll say it louder. You know how many Black women commit verbal domestic violence? But we don't talk about that shit, do we?
On a daily basis.
On a daily basis. You know when men go through it the most.
Go ahead.
You know when men go through it the most? And I can speak on this personally. Let a man lose his father to death.
Ooh.
But I assure you that everybody listening has had some word spoken to them that has presented them with some type of emotional, psychological scar that has not been healed. And oftentimes relationships have these particular rubs that take place. Unhealed, unresolved scars that were verbal, they were very penetrating. And whereas women may often resort to retorting verbally, men typically take things to the grass, take it outside or whatever it is, right? And this is just a generalization. This is not saying this to everybody. It's not absolute.
Yeah. Now,
now
this is a decent segment, right? Yeah. What's going on, Andre? Andre's with us now, but
what's up, Andre?
What's good? I never thought I would see the day of AB defending Roland Martin.
Well, yeah.
No one thought.
Yeah, I didn't think so either, but I don't have much of a choice. This is some real shit. We men's mental health is very important.
Yeah, I was actually just messing with you. Like, this was like a pretty good presentation, but I would say, like, don't be fooled by this, because like what I have been seeing going around is that, like, the butthurt blue side now is saying that they need to find a way to reach out to men, as an alternative. So now they're trying to pretend like they care, pretty much.
Well,
as long as it gets the message across, that's all that matters, though.
Yeah. Trying to find a video I just made. Shit.
If you'll allow me, AB.
Go ahead.
He spoke earlier about Justin Fairfax being accused, being found innocent, and yet not being allowed to prove his case.
Right.
Which puts a man in the Bermuda Triangle.
Yes.
2016, that happened to me. When I was at Marquette Catholic in Michigan City, season was rolling right along. We get to the boys playoff, state tournament series.
Mm-hmm.
And then an allegation comes in from an outside source that I was inappropriately touching 2 students at Marquette Catholic.
Damn.
I can understand being suspended for 1 broadcast, but every fucking student and every fucking parent related to every student in that school defended me, went investigated, and said, no, Snowman doesn't roll that way. I still was never allowed to come back.
But here we go. Here's just here's just a preface of what these heifers have been saying about Roland online.
The carpet. See, I let it ride when you jumped on my post trying to check electeds about not showing up to your show as if that's the only validating factor to determine if the person is a good elected or not. It felt self-serving, but I kept it moving. But uplifting your frat brother, a man accused of sexual assault, who then murdered his wife. Nah, that ain't it. And we need to talk about that. Because when someone in a position of public trust who uses their platform to humanize an alleged abuser and murderer, particularly
keyword alleged,
a frat brother, instead of centering the victim, that is betrayal. Full stop. It signals that access and affiliation matters more than the lives of black women. And here's what makes it worse. 4 black women have been murdered by their partners in just a few weeks. 4. 2 of them were politically connected. In these same spaces, around these same people, 4 black women murdered by intimate partners in a short window is not a footnote. It is a damn crisis.
And back to Roland, because I'm not done with him. He really pissed me the hell off. The amount of excuses that him and those other panelists were doing, it's stress, it's sleep deprivation, and he was going through so much. And I think, man, it's just so hard to ask for help. Y'all piss me off every time. It's nothing but excuses. Black men want the same perceived privileges as white men. Yes, I went there. They want to be able to abuse and reap the benefits of
stupid and incompetent cunt. I'm sorry. I'm going to.
I think this would be a perfect time for me to say,
I got you. I got you. This is what you're looking for. And I'll couple it with this.
Now that's some bull.
And I'll finish my rant in a couple of lines to this one on the screen. You stupid incompetent cunt. What the fuck do you know about what men go through? You look like you don't like men in the first goddamn place, and you're gonna pin all this on black men without even reading the story, researching the story, or drawing your own conclusions from your own research. You stupid ass. Fuck you and fuck anybody, and fuck you and fuck everybody that looks like you.
Having to take accountability because they think that is how it works with white men. That is why whenever something happens, a black man, especially one that's in the public eye, is being shamed, blamed, or prosecuted for a crime, it becomes, but Harvey Weinstein and Jeffrey Epstein. All of a sudden they care about Jeffrey Epstein. Before, you didn't care, but now you want to use them as barometers. Jeffrey Epstein gets to do all of this. That is literally how they behave. Anytime they're being held accountable, but the white man. What does that have to do with the price of tea in China? That don't have shit to do with what we're talking about right now. And that's why what Roland was talking about, that whole segment was inappropriate. I feel like that.
Sorry, just want to make sure I heard this right. You got your big bowling ball shaped behind on Beyonce's internet when a black woman was murdered by
You literally look like Magic Johnson's son, but you talking about okay, let me shut up. I know that was cruel, but yeah, you look like Magic Johnson's son, but anyway.
her estranged husband, and instead of I worked with him once. This is sad. Prayers to the kids. I worked with him once. So sorry to hear about the wife. Prayers to the kids. You got up here and instead talked about what a wonderful man you thought he was, how you were proud to have him as your frat brother, and whatever other BS you put in that mess that you took down almost immediately. If there was any working brain matter between your two ears, you would have looked at that and been like, maybe I shouldn't post this. And you did it anyway. And
yeah, to bring some accountability to this shit.
Sunday school. You used to annoy me then too.
That entire panel basically gave Black women their ass to kiss. There was zero accountability, even though some of them claimed, oh, like, we need to hold him accountable. It was okay gloves. Black men are handled with kid gloves in every aspect of their lives.
Man, give me this motherfucker. Give me this motherfucker. Give me this motherfucker.
Now that's some bullshit.
I am too old for this bullshit.
Thank you. Here, this completes the triple play.
I am too old for this bullshit.
And
I ain't got no time for this bullshit.
And then there's another one. There's another one. I can't find. Yes, I can. It's right. It's right here for this person right here that's in front of me.
A bullshit. A bullshit.
Bullshit. Bullshit. Bullshit.
A woman could have a brother and they both could be raised in the same household. And I guarantee you that they are living different lives in that same household. And if I'm wrong, the girls can correct me in the comments. If you have a brother, correct me if I'm wrong. He gets to gallivant. She has the curfew. He gets to chill and play video games. She's cooking and cleaning. He gets to have girlfriends. She has to stay in the books. Don't bring no boys in the house. But John, my brother John, gets to have a girlfriend. He gets to go to the mall. He gets to do all these.
Time. That's some grade A homogenized Holstein bullshit from a man who was told as a kid to stay in his books while his sister was sneaking out with boys all the goddamn time, was allowed to bring boys to the house so they can meet him all the goddamn time. Yet the moment I brought a woman to the house in 1989 who I was seeing off to college while I was starting my senior year, I get a million goddamn questions in my face. Fuck a whole lot of you.
Things. I can't do that. They're living two separate lives. And I think
Roland Martin did an entire eulogy for his bestie, Justin Fairfax. Had an entire loaded up panel to discuss.
He never said he was his bestie. Come on now.
He never said that.
Mental health. And he did it in such a way that he made it seem as if he was asking people to have grace for his friend Justin, all while not acknowledging the crime in the life that he took, which was his wife, Serena. I was in the comment section last night on Instagram, and it was this post that was displaying the many Black women who lost their lives so far in 2026, right? There was this guy under the post, and he said, choose better. It was a guy under the post, and he said, one, you ladies need to choose better. So I just think that women need to start choosing themselves.
Well, yeah, you do. Really?
You do.
You do need to choose better.
And at the first sign, I don't give a fuck how micro, how minuscule they think, how they think you tripping. Oh, you going off, you gonna leave me for that. Tripping. Oh, you sound crazy. I don't care what it is. At the first sign.
And people wonder why I'm single. I got 40 watching. Like, share, subscribe. Hit my Cash App, support the show. Hit that super chat and support the show.
Sound effect, tax in effect to help me and my family.
ABWs are full of shit.
And people wonder why I went the way I did in choosing a mate. Next.
Leave that nigga alone and you choose yourself. This man said, step one, choose better. As if some of these husbands and some of these spouses and significant others wasn't also upstanding citizens or good guys. They all weren't poo shiesties. They all weren't YNs. I don't think a man who unalives people has a look to them. They don't have a face. It's not like you're gonna know. You know what? He gonna do that to me one day. I can just feel it in my bones. He's the type. Yep, I'm gonna be unalive because of him one day. And so she could be Serena Fairfax, rest in peace.
She can be Ashley. She can be me. She can be anyone. And they just don't give a fuck. They're going to make an excuse as to why it had to happen to you, which makes this is not our fight.
I don't recall them making up excuses for why that happened.
This is triggering me badly. It shouldn't, but it is. Especially with all the shit that Jody and I have been through in the past 2 weeks, and hearing all this shit right here, and hearing how they're reacting to facts being brought out. You understand me? Facts being brought out.
No, they weren't good guys, but y'all don't want good guys. Oh no, it's even more sinister. It's actually even more sinister than what you just said. See, I'm gonna take this down for a minute because I think she's the last one. Okay. See, it's far more sinister than that.
It is.
See, the truth of the matter is, sometimes they do get the good guy, and they literally turn him into the bad guy.
Yep.
Their attitude with their bullshit.
And on top of that, after they turn him into the bad guy, they wind up fucking him over anyway.
Yes.
Ooh, did I say that? Did I say that aloud? After they get the good guy, beg for the good guy, pray for the good, and pray for the good guy, and they finally get the good guy and realize they have to deal with, what's the word I'm looking for? Structure.
Yes.
What's the thing you have to have? What's the word? Structure. You have to deal with parameters. You have to deal with his program. And believe me, y'all know Jody is independent as all get out, but she calls me her dragon on a daily basis, which means I am tasked with protecting this household, providing for this household and the people in it, daughter included. Okay? You know what these two women, Sonia, my daughter, Jody, my wife, have done ever since I went through cancer? They've done nothing but stand beside me and with me. All right? So for all these BWs that say, I want the good guy, that's bullshit.
No, y'all don't want the good guy.
It's bullshit.
And when you get the good guy, you fuck him up.
You fuck him up and you fuck him over. Hey, how do you like them apples? And I dare one of these motherfuckers to refute the facts that we're spitting here tonight. Not just me, not just AB, but everybody that appears on this here panel.
But yeah, we'll put that to the side for now. Let's stuff's in the hold on, wait a minute. Wrong window, sorry.
All right. It's all right.
Here we go. We're going to go to another video that I got in the playlist. We're actually going to go to April's video. We're going to get a female perspective on this.
One hand, this investigation is cut and dry, but it's complicated in some others. Police say there is no doubt the former lieutenant governor is the shooter, but what set him off may take a little bit longer to nail down. Though we're learning tonight that mounting marital issues and a pending divorce were fueling years of turmoil inside the Fairfax family home.
Yes.
He was once the second most powerful statewide politician in Virginia. Tonight, he's at the center of a murder-suicide investigation.
Thank you,
Fairfax
Horowitz.
County Police say former Virginia Lieutenant Governor Justin Fairfax shot and killed his wife, Serena, a well-known dentist, in the basement of the family's Annandale home. Police say after shooting his wife, Justin then ran upstairs to the primary bedroom and shot himself. The couple and their two teenage children were in the throes of what police describe as a messy divorce.
It all kind of culminated last night when Justin Fairfax shot several times, killed his wife, ran to a different part of the home, and then killed himself.
According to court,
we have the Masa teacher in the building. What's going on, BGS?
Hey, what's going on?
And look who's coming. I got to greet BGS the right way. A la Vin Scully. And look who's coming up.
These black heifers are so depraved. I have to defend Roland Martin today.
They're so depraved.
Yes.
How are they acting any different than they normally act?
Oh, that's true.
I love that.
Now, let me ask you this. Now,
Okay.
The snowman that was in Tanzania that could have killed that black girl. I don't know whether he did or not. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Are they calling him a monster? Are they calling our white men monsters?
No.
Why? Why is
no.
that?
Because that's their zaddy.
I know.
Yep. Let me.
Let me. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Let me greet BGS the right way. They get a chance to, and they walked him. And look who's coming up. So you want to talk about a roll of the dice? This is it.
Yeah, they would have to roll it because
bases are loaded. Here comes Jose Canseco.
Yeah.
Of course, any baseball rat knows that clip I took was from October 15th, 1988, Game 1 of the World Series.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, by the way, BGS, your white chocolate sister-in-law told me to ask you this piece of baseball trivia that I'm probably going to head off of here. From your California Angels, this former California Angel is the only player to deliver a grand slam in the All-Star game. Name him.
Oh, God. That's a good question. Oh, I can't even think of it.
Fred Lynn.
Oh, Fred Lynn. Okay.
Smiling Fred Lynn.
Yeah.
I haven't got actually.
Fred Lynn started with the Red Sox. Yeah.
He did. He started with the Red Sox, appeared in the World Series in 1975.
Yeah, I actually haven't gotten to the divester yet. I've actually started with we got a video on the divester too that got unalived over in Africa, but
like this kind of stuff happens all. It doesn't happen all the time, but it's not uncommon. For highly functioning marital people to actually do this kind of do a murder suicide. It happens all the time.
Yeah.
So, and not saying that he snapped. He's not a monster.
Yeah, he snapped.
He snapped.
Right.
And that happens all the time. He snapped. You've seen women do that shit. He snapped.
Yeah.
The kids, are they monsters? Probably not. It's just like that chick that says it's always Jermaine's fault. Okay, is she a monster because she sliced up two of her babies? Is she a monster?
No, she snapped.
She snapped. Okay, he snapped.
Yes. And they were bashing Roland because Roland, to his credit, talked about black men's mental health.
Yeah. Well, we should. What do you think we come out of the womb is homicidal maniacs or something?
Well, this is why this is pretty much this is the theme of tonight's show.
I'm done with life, and it's all Jermaine's fault. It's always Jermaine's fault. I'm done.
Historically, black women are way more violent than black men.
Yes,
way more violent.
And it's been proven.
Yeah. We showed stats of black women being way more violent toward their men than the other way around.
Let's get back to April here.
Documents obtained by News 4. Serena Fairfax filed for divorce from Justin in 2025. Just last month, the Fairfax County judge granted custody of the children to Serena and ordered Justin to move out of the home by the end of April. The custody opinion. A judge wrote, quote, "The wife testified that heavy daily alcohol consumption by the father has become the norm."
Well, and Roland did talk about this to his credit. After that Me Too incident back in 2019, his life was pretty much destroyed.
Yeah, and that happens. He hit rock bottom and he snapped. Okay.
The court
documents. That's a lot of
things. Come out of nowhere.
No, it didn't.
That's Justin Fairfax spiraled into alcoholism
that never gets talked about. When men are pushed to rock bottom, with nowhere else to go, and they go completely off. Ask me how I know that shit personally.
Yeah.
Himself from family involvement following the 2019 sexual assault allegations against him while he was in office. Allegations he denied, but still weighed on him tremendously, the judge wrote.
You saw the thumbnail. It has been making its way through the news. Justin Fairfax, former lieutenant governor from the state of Virginia. This is the tragedy that everybody is reacting to, and it's the murder-suicide case, Justin Fairfax and his wife. There's a whole lot of backstory that I wanted to bring to the forefront because a lot of my audience, we have not been conservative, since Jesus was an infant. Many of us are new to the conservative movement. Some of us came in during the 2020 pandemic. Some of us go back decades. But what I wanted to do was bring my audience up to speed to discuss a perspective of this story that a lot of people are not talking about. And that is, what do we think happened with Justin Fairfax that got him to the point where he felt that he had been pushed to the edge and that he needed to not just take his own life, but to leave his children orphaned and take the life of their mother too? And I'm just going to give y'all a full disclosure. A lot of women are not going to like my take on this story. They're just not. I'm not taking up for what Justin Fairfax did.
Yeah, and I made that clear at the beginning of the show. Nobody is taking up for what he did.
Taking up for that, right?
Roland wasn't taking up for what he did. Nobody that I've seen on there is taking up for what he did.
It's heinous and reprehensible for you to take the life of an image bearer. You don't get the right to do that. I don't care how hard life gets, how bad things are, how much or deep down in the depths of despair you've been brought to. But things like this happen not just to unbelievers, but a believer can also be overcome by grief and shame.
Like BGS says, happen all the time. It comes out of nowhere, like this did.
Yeah, if it was logical and made sense, then it probably wouldn't happen. Okay.
Yeah.
You need a little volume on your mic, BTS.
Okay.
And just public and personal humiliation to where they may do something as extreme as take their own life. However, I want to take us back to, let's look through aspects of this story that the media is not covering. To be clear, Justin Fairfax is not a Republican. He's not a conservative. Our worldviews don't align. He was a pro-wokety woke, blackety black, leftist as they come. But I want to cover this with fairness because there's an aspect of this story that many of us are ignoring, and that takes us back to 2019. What happened in 2019 to Justin Fairfax that may have put him on a trajectory of checking out of life, alcoholism, not being able to actively participate in family functions and just be a fully present father? I make no excuses for a man who takes a cowardly way out. However, I would be remiss if I didn't say, based on the details of everything that has happened leading up to this, I can see how he got here. So I did a little research.
BGS, you're a little bit older, so I'm curious. How did your friends deal if they got a divorce? How did they deal with it?
Did they got a divorce? 99.99% of people just, you deal with it. Okay, if you got to sleep in your car, Okay, it is what it is. Okay,
yeah.
You move on and you keep it pushing. Okay, but that's 99.99% of people. And it's just that small, tiny percentage that snaps.
So
yeah.
I had to deal with divorce in 1998, and I just pushed through it. It was hard. Guarantee it was hard.
Yeah.
Especially with all the circumstances and being told I can do bad all by myself and having it drilled.
Yeah, I'm independent, all that crap.
Yeah.
I mean, my ex-wife let me after 1996 when I started my broadcast company, my broadcast career, and the fact that I was doing games at Wrigley Field and at Northwestern and a couple of prep bowls at Soldier Field. I mean, it came on like a storm. And she let me have it. And I will honestly say, when you get greeted, we live in Greensboro, North Carolina, and we did not have a car. And I may have told this story here. I'll tell it here now. When you tell your wife, remember this was 1995. I said, Chantel, honey, I'm gonna get our clothes to a laundromat. I'm gonna get them done, and then I'm gonna get them home. And I wanted to get them done and get home as soon as I could. And we had just moved into our apartment. It took longer than I expected because we had a hell of a lot of clothes to do. You know, and I took care of business. I had to borrow some money to get back. I had to borrow some money to get the laundry done. To couple with what I had, you know what I got when I got in the house? Well, you finally decided to come home.
Well, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I'm a Sigma, man. You know, I'm like, bitch, you can leave, okay?
Well,
yeah, I'm different though. I'm built different though. So.
Yeah, enough time has passed. I can tell this story now. From what my mother told me, my father, he was at work, and you're getting the echo. I think that might be you, BGS.
Okay.
He was actually at work, and he was working at I believe it was Blue Cross and Blue Shield at the time, insurance company. As a and now the BGS will love this, as a COBOL programmer.
Ooh, wow! I heard that a long time.
So not seen COBOL.
So my skill so a lot of my skill comes naturally.
Yep.
Evidently, his ex-wife put it in the paper that he was leaving them. So my mother said he basically went home and packed his bags and left.
Oh, he did? Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It depends on how you're raised and what you've been around, and
yeah, it does.
Yeah, and most black guys, some man, you might be an exception. Most black guys are raised with the pimp say hoes come going.
Yeah.
Most black guys, don't think that it's permanent anyway. So she said that, I want a divorce. How long do I have?
Right.
The only thing is, what you're worried about is, do you have enough money to live off of?
Right.
In the interim. Go ahead.
Definitely an exception because my dad and mom stayed together until my dad passed away in 2007, and that totaled 40 years.
Yeah.
And I watched some of the hell that they've been through, especially when my sister was on drugs and wouldn't admit it.
Yeah.
Her drinking, me falling down academically and getting back up, and they were right there with each other. That's what I was used to seeing.
Yeah. See. You're taught that marriage is forever. Yeah.
Yep. Because I saw three.
Wait a minute, Snowman.
Sorry.
Here's the thing. I don't think it's talked about enough. The divorce causes tears in the family that take 20, 30 years to repair. And I'm not just saying that to be funny. I've seen it firsthand. Divorce causes havoc.
Yeah.
Just talk to the kids who dealt with their parents getting divorced, and a lot, especially in the black community, a lot of times the divorce was messy.
A lot of times, most times.
Most of the time. Then I'm not going to go into too much detail. My father's was somewhat messy, although they forgave each other later. His ex-wife has always treated me fairly. So, but a lot of divorces are messy, and it causes issues with the children that linger over time. But go ahead.
It's even worse now because
Social media just made it even worse.
Well, yeah, because it used to be at least you got a good 7 to 10 years, maybe 15. Man, now you're lucky you get 5.
Yeah.
So I don't blame the young guys for not getting married.
Yeah. My father actually stopped going to church for a number of years because, he was supporting his kids, and I guess his ex-wife told the church something different, and dude got his face knocked in.
Okay.
For telling my father he don't take care of his kids.
Yeah, it happens. Black people will be glad that we love them.
Oh, that's the understatement of the stream. We're
glad we love them because you hear even in this interaction, you hear how much shit they talk about us, and the thing is that and one is that you guys do know we can hear what you're saying, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you know that what you're saying.
And the crazy part is some of them know and don't care.
Yeah,
they care because then they're mad. How come nobody's gonna date them?
Right.
Sound like a pussy problem to me. Yeah,
that's true. Like I was getting ready to tell you guys, I'm used to seeing in my family people stay together. My grandparents were together for almost 60 years. My parents were together for 40. My one of my aunts, my uncle, they were together until my aunt passed away. So that now I am the exception to the rule, especially given this subject, because I saw it 3 times over.
Yeah, my parents were actually married about 74. They was married about almost 9 or 8 years before I was born.
Mm-hmm.
And my mother actually had a miscarriage, unfortunately. So,
yeah.
But yeah, she stayed married to my father for about 20 years till he passed in 2000.
Okay.
Yeah.
How I found out is actually a funny story within itself because I was in high school. It was my senior year. I get called out of class, and my cousin get called out at the class at the same time because he got hit by a car.
Okay.
Now he's a big dude like I am, and he all right. He's still walking around, and I'm like, wait, they called me out of class because you got hit by a car, and they said we need to go home.
Okay.
So I'm thinking we're going home because he got hit by a car.
Okay.
I'm literally thinking we're going home because we got hit by a car. Well, my dad was in the hospital at the time, with complications. And when I got home, I sat down. My mother told me that he died of a massive heart attack.
Okay.
And he had died of a massive heart attack in the hospital.
Mm-hmm.
And it was the shock of my life.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you want to hear something crazy? I went to this website. It's called Find a Grave Online.
Okay.
I actually found his death certificate.
Oh, okay.
Online. I had to zoom in and read it because my eyesight. But it was. I looked at the names. That was definitely his death certificate.
Okay, that's weird.
His name on there. His father and his mother's name on there. Yeah. That's been over 20. That's almost 26 years. Be 26 years in September.
I had someone ask me recently when I was growing up, what was one of the biggest things that attached me and my dad together? Sports.
Okay.
He got me into reading box scores. He got me into understanding box scores, and the sport that connected us the most was baseball.
Yeah.
Because he took me to my first game in '82 with the White Sox playing your California Angels, BTS. Yes, I said it right. The California Angels.
Yeah, back then they were the California Angels. Yes,
they were the California Angels. Rod Carew was there. Bobby Grich was there. Bob Boone. I think it was Ken Force who started that afternoon.
Okay, Ken Force. Yeah.
But yeah, baseball was it, and This is gonna make me cry, but I can't help it. When the White Sox won it all in 2005, I swear we must have cried for a good 20 minutes. I mean, jumping up and down, yelling our heads off, and just and his health, my dad's health was really, really down at the time because he had been through so much radiation and so much chemotherapy. He stopped the chemotherapy.
That does on the body.
Yeah, that something I know very well. He went through the chemotherapy until, like, I say, the end of 2006, and by that time it had just eaten him up.
By the way, I got 62 watching. Like, share, subscribe. Hit that Cash App, support the show. Hit the Super Chat, support the show. Hit my Cash App. BGS tax in effect. On top of the fact we're doing stuff we should be doing behind Patreon. My father is he's the one that got me into computers. My first version of Windows, BGS, believe it or not, Windows 3.5.
Oh, okay.
So I was born in the darkness. I was on the command line. I was probably on the command line, but long before I was supposed to be.
So you came in right after 3.1, okay, which is the first stable version.
So yeah, he had brought me this game. What was the name of that game? It was like it wasn't Where in the World is Carmen San Diego. It was like I think it was Where in the USA was Carmen San Diego.
Okay.
It was
that was it, because that preceded Where in the World is Carmen San Diego.
Yeah.
Yes.
And my wife
that game set.
Yep.
It was a TV. It turned into a TV show on PBS.
Yeah.
But
and then Nickelodeon picked up. And then for a while, Nickelodeon picked it up.
Yeah, I had the DOS game, and he showed me how to call up the A drive and
type
in the thing so I can play it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that
you had to go back to the good old DOS prompt, huh?
Yeah. That was my first experience with the command line.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's actually how I got good at U.S. history. That's kind of how I got good at U.S. history. I was playing that game. Then when I got older, he took me to Walden bookstores, and he said, pick a subject. And my subject happened to be, I found a book on U.S. presidents, and I got hooked. So that's why I know a lot about the U.S. president, what they were going through at the time.
Right.
And, started from George Washington, then went on up.
Yeah.
I actually had an older brother on Facebook one day talking about, you don't read enough history, young man. You need to go all the way back to Abraham Lincoln. And I just looked, and I was just thinking to myself, I typed
Abraham Lincoln's not that far back.
Yeah, but that's what I told him. I'm like, okay, why would I just stop at Abraham Lincoln when I can go all the way back to George Washington and before the country was even founded? I mean,
go back to the Greeks and the Romans.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because a lot of what America does is based on that.
The Republic is
ideology.
Yeah, it's a republic. The first republic was Rome.
Yes, it's based on Rome's ideology. If you look at the White House, based on the infrastructure too.
Yeah,
it's a little bit more moderate, but it's based on Roman infrastructure.
Yeah, even the Senate. The Senate, which is supposed to be
that is true. Yes,
the Senate was supposed to be the fathers of the country, which is the rich class. Okay, the elites. And then the plebeian class is the people's house, which is Congress. I mean, the people's representative.
Yeah, the people's representative, Congress.
Plebeians, yeah.
You know what Dad used to do for me? He used to take me to the library. One of the libraries west on 111th Street back home in Chicago, and the first book he pointed out to me, and BGS, you'll get a kick out of this. Biography of none other than Irvin Magic Johnson.
Oh, okay.
Book was called Magic.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah,
and that's how I learned so much more about Magic Johnson because, unbeknownst to my mother, he was one of my favorite players. because my mom was a Showtime Laker fan, big time Showtime Laker fan.
Showtime Laker fan, huh?
So she was my mother loved the Showtime Lakers.
If you want to know close to the real magic, watch that series Showtime.
Yes, I watched it. So just to
they glossed over some of the parts, but a lot of that shit
oh
was
yeah,
true.
oh yeah, I know
magic and him being out there, yeah,
mm-hmm.
yeah. And Norm too.
Norm Nixon too. Yep.
Norm Nixon too.
I mean, that I learned so much about that, and Dad just taught me so much stuff. Like I said, the thing that connected Dad and me was sports. That's how I learned about a lot of players. He told me he was the one that got me into baseball. He and my granddad, because when I came home from school one day, my dad was still at work, so I was at my grandparents' house, and it just happened to be game one of the division series. Forget me, the league championship series against the Baltimore Orioles. And my granddad had suffered a stroke, but I came in and he was so excited, sitting in his chair, waving his fist and cheering on the White Sox. And I said, "Granddad, what's going on?" He said, "Nothing. I remember him clearly saying, "Nothing. Sox got one hit." I said, "All right, fuck the homework. I know what I'm doing." I waited till I got home to do my homework, and my dad snuck upstairs. He was supposed to scold me for not doing my homework at my grandparents' house. He came in, shut the door, and he said, "All right, who won? Give me the lowdown." I said, "Sox won 2-0 behind Lamar Hoyt." And he says, "Yeah, okay. Who was the loser?" Loser was Scott McGregor. And he said, "Give me the box score. 2 runs, 7 hits, no errors for the Sox. A run on 5 hits, no errors for the Orioles." He gave me a back rub, and he said, "All right, now hit your homework, but you're on your way." He gave me that compliment and walked out. I had a grin bigger than Dodger Stadium when he said that to me.
Okay, evidently, Trump wanted to debate the Pope. Why?
Who?
Why?
Debate the Pope? Oh, that's just Trump, man.
I know.
Yeah, I've been waiting.
It's like listening to the Joker, man. Everybody thought I was kidding, but everybody knows now. Okay, you know what?
I believe it when you first said it. When you first said that we have the Joker in the White House, I believed it.
Yeah, I mean, guess what he's acting like? He's acting like the Joker.
He's acting like the Joker. I said that to Jody. Jody's not a real big fan of Batman, but I repeated what you said to Jody, and Jody's like, "Oh shit."
In other words, it makes too much sense.
Come on, man, way too much sense.
Yeah, I've always said.
Sorry, go ahead, AB.
I always said of the DC universe, the Joker is the sickest bastard I've ever seen on screen.
There's no lie.
Sickest bastard I've always seen on screen.
Probably, yeah, probably.
When I repeated your line, BGS, about we have the Joker in the White House, Jody stopped me and she says, "I have one question. Lay it on me. Did my brother-in-law say that?" I walked out laughing.
Yeah, well,
I walked off laughing, and she comes behind me. She gives me a kiss before she goes to work, and he said, "Apparently, my brother-in-law has struck again." I said, "Baby, you don't know a quarter of the shit that he says." He says, "Well, I'm going to find out because you're going to tell me anyway." I said, "Yeah, that's true."
You doing a stream tomorrow, BGS?
No, I did it last week. Unless something really happens where it's
okay.
But so far there's things going on, but things are kind of stuck right now. So
yeah. Is it stalemate kind of holding?
It's
I know Israel can't help itself, but still.
Of course. Man, it is. The thing is, when Israel bombed those people, right? Okay, bombed during right during the ceasefire, or when the ceasefire started. Okay, they didn't tell the whole story. Okay, They were bombing the people that, just like the United States tried to get that pilot out. Okay, they had ran an action, right? They had ran an action right before the ceasefire. Israel did, right? And Hezbollah was cleaning their clocks, man. Hezbollah was destroying their tanks and shooting up people and pinning down troops, stuff like that. So, so the bombs, the planes came in to clear the path so they can get them people out. But you didn't find that out till 2 weeks later. They didn't just bomb those people just to bomb those people. Okay, they were trying to. It was strategic, trying to get the wasn't supposed to be in there, but things they're trying to get them in there to hold some position, man. And Hezbollah been cleaning clocks, man. I mean, Hezbollah has destroyed in the past 2 or 3 weeks 120 tanks and about 20 helicopters. Yeah, and all the wound. They said it's about 300 or 400 wounded Israeli soldiers. So they've been. They said this is They said this might be their worst. It might be their worst single defeat. On the battlefield since 1973. Yeah. So basically, them bombing them during the ceasefire is to get those people out.
Wow.
They didn't want to say it because they weren't supposed to be doing it in the first place. Go ahead.
Hey, BGS, what do you think about Israel having a ceasefire with quote unquote Lebanon?
Israel, Lebanon has got a lot of Russian armaments in. Okay, they got a lot of them IPV drones. Okay, they got all them Russian man packs to shoot down helicopters and stuff like that. And right now, and plus, Israel does not have any defense batteries, so they getting hit by rockets and missiles and stuff like from Hezbollah. So Israel's getting hit right now. So the reason they want a ceasefire now, they're agreeing to the ceasefire, is one that Trump says so. Plus, they can't protect themselves.
Well, I'm actually kind of surprised. Like even in like the mainstream media over here, they're saying like, yeah, there's a ceasefire with Israel and Lebanon, but what about Hezbollah? They actually said that on like open news, and I was surprised they said that.
Hezbollah, from my last that I heard, once Israel stopped. Well, what Hezbollah wants is Israel to move those troops out of their territory, because there's still troops in the territory, and if they're shooting at them, that's because they still got IDF soldiers in their territory. They're supposed to be removed.
It's like the people in like the alternative media and stuff, they're just saying that it's like this whole ceasefire thing is it's a joke because like Lebanon is an Israeli proxy in the first place, so like they have a ceasefire with themselves essentially.
Lebanon is an Israeli proxy.
Yeah.
Where'd you hear that?
Well, I don't know what does that mean.
That's what they've been saying on like these alternate.
No, I know what you said, but what does that mean? That's why I asked.
Well, they're saying like the government, like the government,
the Lebanese government.
Yeah.
Oh, they've been what it is, they're not a proxy. They've been pretty much stay out of it. But there's no way that if the Lebanon government can't take on the Israelis by themselves, there's no way they're going to take on Hezbollah. There's no way they're going to take on Hezbollah right now, because if Hezbollah is taking on the whole Israeli, pretty much after Iran pretty much cleaned Israel's clocks right now, Israel's vulnerable right now, so they get hit.
Hey, also BGS and AB, did you see that link, that post that I tagged you guys in? Like that was Hegseth. He was for his prayer. This guy was quoting Pulp Fiction. And
they
put it side by side in that video, like almost word for word quoted.
Is because the quote comes from the Bible. That's why. It's not something that was written for Pulp Fiction. It's actually a quote coming from the Bible. I think is it Isaiah or something like that? I can't remember.
Ezekiel,
yeah.
Oh, okay, that's interesting.
Ezekiel. In fact, that's what he said. That's why in Pulp Fiction he said there was some heavy shit to put on a motherfucker before you cap him. So that's how come he used it.
English, motherfucker, do you speak it? I'm sorry. I leave y'all with this, and BGS, you especially. I repeated it to my wife one day. She went to work the next day, came back home, and she said, "I have something to tell you." I said, "What's that, honey?" She says, guess what I used or nearly used on some of my students? And I'm already laughing. I said, all right, lay it on me. She says, I nearly said to these guys today, English, motherfucker, do you speak it?
Oh boy, yeah, she'd have been in the dean's office on that one. Yeah,
I laughed for an hour.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I laughed for an hour, and I said, I asked the fatal question. I said, whatever made you think about using that phrase? She just looked at me and said, you've met some of my students. All I need to know.
Hey, say what again?
say what again? Say what again? I dare you. I double dare you, motherfucker. Say what one more goddamn time.
BGS, I don't know if you got my email, but apparently there's this website out there that they're calling a quote unquote Grape Academy.
I glanced at it. That's I don't quite know what it means. Okay.
Well, they're saying now there's some misinformation going out.
I better get to bed. Wife's got to get up in the morning to go to work. Good night, y'all.
All right, Snowman.
Good night. They're saying it has like 62 million hits.
Okay.
And people are misconstruing that like 60 million because there's a specific group on this website that shows men how to drug and grape their wives, I guess.
Okay.
And they were trying to say that 62 million men were looking at that, but when actuality it's only like a few thousand.
Okay.
But
I seen what you're talking about earlier today. Apparently,
but yeah, that was a big thing on TikTok, and I was like, okay, but when I read the article, it was 62 million hits on the website.
Probably mostly women looking at it.
On top of that,
once they heard about it, women want to go see what it is. It's probably more women looking at it than men.
Yeah, you don't know if they're men or women, so yeah, that's.
Yeah. Also, there was like a Telegram group that apparently had like 1,000 people in there, and then like the women are like, "Oh, you see this 62 million views? Like, men are all fucked up." Basically, is what they came to the conclusion of.
You know what? At this point, good for you.
Yeah. Oh, evidently.
But you complain that you can't get a date and men are not showing up for your mixers and yada yada yada. So if men are all fucked up
for their mixers, we got better things to do.
And then you're mad because we go overseas.
With the mixers, I just have a simple question. Why would we show up for an obvious humiliation ritual?
Exactly.
Why?
What's in it for me? At least you had the game on and had some nachos. Then you can say, okay, all right. You know what? How good are the nachos? All right. Oh, the nachos are jamming. Okay, I'll show up.
Mm-hmm.
I'll sit there. And talk.
Evidently, FD signifiers attacking FBA too now.
He's attacking FBA.
Really?
Okay.
Yeah,
that's interesting.
Right. So he's been paid by the Democrats. So.
Yeah, evidently they consider FBA a threat.
They've been considered ADOS and FBA is threat.
Wasn't Roland just doing that same shit?
Yeah, I can understand Roland because FBA is probably fucking with him.
Yeah,
because they go from channel to channel messing with people. So
yeah, they were on. I was talking about reparations last week, and right now, to be honest with you, I do think black people should mention reparations. It's not what you think, BGS. It's not because I think we're going to win, but if the Democrats could openly talk about giving illegal immigrants reparations, now it's fair play.
Yeah, I agree.
Shit, even like the big thing in the news, you got Iran over there asking for reparations.
That's a different type. Okay, if you've been attacked by
another country,
you have a right to have reparations. Germany had to pay it. Other countries had to pay reparations to the damaged country. So
yeah. I just hope this mess gets over with quickly, but as possible.
Which is where the idea of reparations come from.
It's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, you go ahead.
If 2026 is this bad, I'm afraid to see what 2027 is going to be like.
I have no idea what 2027 is going to be like, man. Because actually, we got to get through 2026 first. We're not even halfway through it.
Like, if it wasn't for the fact that like people are dying and stuff like that, like this shit would be hilarious because the stuff that you see going on, like, and these like the stuff that people are saying, is like it's beyond crazy.
Yeah, well,
it's hilarious until it isn't, because you're doing real damage.
Hey, is Art okay? I thought he was going to be on last night.
Who? I don't know. I don't know. He wasn't on last night, and
I was too tired to do a stream, so I was like, okay.
Yeah, I think Mongo came in late, but Charles came in late, but yeah, I thought he was gonna do one too, but he didn't show up. So maybe.
Yeah. I'm feeling his new Viltrumite thumbnail because I've been watching Invincible the last few weeks.
I watched the first season. I haven't watched any since.
Oh, really?
It's okay. Yeah.
Well, it
doesn't grab me. Say what?
It's one of the hottest shows out there right now.
It might be. There's a lot of hot shows out there, but it didn't grab me. So.
Yeah, well, he does the black heifer. So. One thing I will give that show: whoever wrote that character has clearly dated a black woman.
Okay. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Whoever wrote that character, because even when he actually reveals to her in the second season, and she's like, she just looked at him and I knew, and it's still your fault.
You still ain't shit.
Yeah. I knew you still ain't shit. I'm like, damn.
Yep.
Basically, she told Mark,
I'm done with life, and it's all Jermaine's fault. It's always Jermaine's fault. I'm done.
Yep. I don't give a shit. Just because you got all the muscles, that you still ain't shit. You just ain't shit with muscles.
They eventually break up, and she dating some black dude in college.
Okay, good.
And Mark is dating another superhero, got her pregnant.
Yeah. Oh gosh.
Yeah. Oh, Nolan comes back to Earth, believe it or not.
No, yeah. Well, it can't be invincible unless he does come back to Earth.
Well, see, there are other factions out there, and they just did an episode where the actual Viltrumite leader and some bad motherfucker. We're talking almost Thanos level.
Okay.
That dude's a problem. They were Nolan grabbed Mark to fight this interstellar war, and the leader of that of the resistance, they all went to the Viltrumite planet, and they Mark and Nolan and this other Viltrumite that they call Betrayer destroyed the Viltrumite planet, and Thrag, the leader, survives the planet being destroyed, and older Viltrumite that they call the Betrayer because he killed the original king says that the Viltrumites need to surrender, and Thrag is like, no, I choose death, and just sped toward the Betrayer and just tore his head off.
Okay.
And then crushed his head.
Well, once you tear the head off, it don't really make much difference.
Yeah. This dude's a problem. He Nolan tried to swing at him. He literally made Nolan look like Mark when he tried to fight Nolan at the end of the first season.
Okay.
So this dude's a problem.
Oh, he's a senior Venturemite.
Yes.
Okay.
And they build on being the toughest sons of bitches. And they don't tolerate. They'll kill each other for weakness.
Oh, the toughest things in the universe. Huh?
Yeah. Yeah, and then they sent out to conquer planets and all that crap.
So why do they want Earth?
Well, how can I say this? Admixture.
Oh, okay.
Well, here's the thing. There's no, because of a virus, there's only like 50 of them left.
Okay. Oh, okay.
And Nolan proved the concept with Invincible. So
okay.
Yeah, well, in that show,
I won't
basically,
spoil what the next episode is probably going to be about, but it's just it's basically admixture and
okay.
Well, I wouldn't necessarily say admixture, because like with them, their DNA is that once they have a kid with a different species, automatically their kid is 99% at least.
Yeah, but it's still admixture. It's still admixture. In other words, when you start crossbreeding with other groups, it's admixture.
Yeah. Still admixture. That's how that makes it.
And there's not enough of them, so they don't have enough people that reproduce with. So
yeah, there's only like 2 females.
Yeah.
So
that's what they're looking. Okay, that makes sense.
So what do y'all think about Trump posting as Jesus?
It makes the Joker is in the White House. What do you?
Yeah, I'm a Christian. I don't care. I got other things to worry about. That's not the most. That's not at the top of my list. It just isn't.
Why does anything Trump does surprise you?
I mean that.
If he does something that makes sense, that's okay. Well, he finally did some shit that made sense. Okay, so that actually makes sense. Now that's what surprised me.
Yeah,
Trump doing some goofy.
That surprised me. Yeah, that little stunt having him as Jesus, like not that surprise. Like, okay, whatever.
I mean, and then when he was questioned, he tried to say he was supposed to be a doctor, and then he posted another picture with him standing beside Jesus.
Okay, yeah, well,
whatever.
He's trolling you. Okay.
Yes. He's probably trying to test it. He's probably trying to test the limit, see how far he can get away with shit. You know,
Trump is a troll. Okay.
Yeah, definitely. And then you had JD Vance jumping in there talking about fucking the Pope needs to read his Bible more.
Yeah, well, JD Vance trying to be a good VP, so he has a shot at being president.
Well, you said we need to make our mark, but yes, I guess the millennials making this mark.
Yeah, sooner or later, yeah. So I know. JD Vance is probably trying to play the long game without screwing up too much. That's why I hope that Trump gets out of this, because he wants to.
It's gonna be interesting to say the least.
Yeah, already
like,
is.
Share, subscribe, hit the Cash App, support the show, hit the Super Chat, support the show.
Yeah, it's already interesting.
Let's go to Sabby, because believe it or not, she talked about the divester.
Oh, okay.
So that should be interesting.
Well, Sabby's a divester herself, so.
Yeah, well.
Or interracial, I don't know.
Well, I wouldn't call her a divester.
She's a swirler, yeah.
Yeah, okay, swirler maybe, but she doesn't really crap like that, so.
Yeah.
I don't necessarily consider her a swirler either. She just dates interracial. She married.
That's a black woman that marries a white man as a swirler.
Okay. Only thing is, when I think of swirler, I'm more thinking like on terms like Kristen Carrison.
Kristen Carrison's a swirler. Yeah, that's the interracial with when a black woman and a white man. That's why they call it swirling, right? Chocolate and vanilla ice cream.
I waited to cover this story about this influencer because I wanted to wait for a little bit more information to come out. But I will tell you, when this story was first reported, it was reported that this influencer, Ashley Jana, was found unalived in Tanzania, and that she did it to herself. This is YouTube, so you know how we got to be on here. But now there is more information that has been released. Apparently, her fiance has been brought into questioning, And now,
from my understanding, they took his passport. And they're not going to allow him to leave.
Well, you wait until they finish the that's very standard when they're going to do an investigation. Take your passport.
Authorities are not claiming that she unalived herself. So let's get into the story, guys. A lot of people are talking about it. This is Ashley Jana. She was an influencer. She died on vacation while she was with her fiance in Tanzania. Let's get into it.
The mystery surrounding the death of a social media influencer from New Jersey is deepening.
We just want the truth. We just want to know what happened.
Earlier this month, Ashley Robinson, better known as Ashley Jana, was on vacation with her boyfriend at a resort in Tanzania. Images posted online show her celebrating her 31st birthday and getting engaged to her boyfriend, 45-year-old Joseph McCann.
Pause. All right, I guess we got, a tiger, lion here, whatever. So this is what really gave me pause, right? The fact that she was engaged. He proposed to her on this trip. And I thought to myself, when everyone was saying, well, she unalived herself, I was like, who would do that right after they just accepted an engagement? That doesn't make any sense. Who would do that while they're on their birthday trip, while they're on vacation? So I didn't really buy into this story that she did this herself, right? Seems like a pretty happy time. Or it was. But then something happened. Let's go a little bit further here.
Joseph McCann.
She's happy. Oh, I can hear him now, BTS. Y'all hate black women so much.
We ain't got nothing to do with it. I don't know why.
This is what she wanted.
That's why I ain't mentioned it all week. I was like, this ain't like the stream said, this ain't our problem.
Yeah, that's what I put up. It's not our problem.
She FaceTimed me, showed me her range, like, Papa, I'm happy.
But days later, local authorities say hotel guests reported a romantic conflict between the couple, prompting management to move McCann to a separate room. A few hours.
That's the part that was missing from the story before. Mm-hmm. So they were engaged, but then after the engagement, apparently they had an argument that was apparently so heated that they had to be physically separated.
Okay.
So let that sink in for just a second, okay? There was an argument that was so heated that the hotel staff had to physically separate them.
Well, that's definitely suspicious. I'm just saying.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
That was left out of the story when it was first reported. And I feel like, yeah, that was important for people to know.
Conflict between the couple, prompting management to move McCann to a separate room. A few hours later, authorities say she was found unresponsive in her room by hotel staff.
I did receive a phone call from Joe. He told me that Ashley did something to herself and that she was being taken to the hospital, and that he told me that she was stable.
After receiving treatment.
Go back to mama. Let's go back to mom. Now, mom says, first of all, they had an argument. The hotel management separated them and put them into separate rooms.
Okay.
Next thing you know, she's dead.
Okay.
Mom gets a phone call from the fiance.
Mm-hmm.
The fiance says she did something to herself.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well.
But that's his word.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like hotel management found her and said, oh, no, I think, this woman did something. No, the call came from him. And that told me he was trying to get ahead of it. He was trying to get the narrative out first.
Okay.
It gets crazier.
After receiving treatment at 2 hospitals, Robinson was declared deceased. A hospital medical report suggesting she died by suicide, noting an unidentified mark around her neck. But
an unidentified mark around the neck.
Mm-hmm.
Robinson
depends on what the shape of it and all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, but it's saying, but was that was the mark around her neck the cause of death?
Yeah, that's true.
His family not accepting that explanation. They want more information.
She's never done anything that would ever lead me to believe that she would do something to harm herself like that.
The thing is, ship her body back and have an autopsy run on her.
Evidently, they're having a GoFundMe for that or something.
Yeah, I heard they raised the money for the GoFundMe.
I can't remember who posted it, but somebody they showed a screenshot of her saying some, black men ain't shit type stuff.
Oh well.
So
so it's Tuesday and water's wet.
Yeah, pretty much. So let that water flow.
Ooh.
So where are black men in all of this?
Yeah, BJF, read that for me. Shout out to Mississippi Delta guy for the 100.
It says Mr. Meach says distraction.
Oh,
you told the one you got posted or what?
Yeah, the one I got posted.
You talking about the super chat?
Yeah.
I said I had dinner with limousine liberals in Manhattan. After they found I was originally from Mississippi, they started talking about the Mississippi high poverty rate and racism in Mississippi. Their jaws dropped when I said that Mississippi was 18% and New York was still 13%, not a gigantic difference. Oh, we're talking about black rates, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, Mississippi Delta get a
Cha-ching, 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 cha-ching. You better thank your donors.
like, share, subscribe, hit the Cash App, support the show, hit the Super Chat, support the show. Let me see if I can get some more Cash Apps.
Oh, talking about the poverty rates. Yeah, there's not that big a difference amongst black poverty rates in Manhattan and in Mississippi.
Yeah, I was with Dr. T on Wednesday. We were watching it's called Mississippi Masala.
Yeah,
it was actually a pretty good movie. I might buy it.
Yeah, about the Indians, Indian woman dating a black man in Mississippi.
Yeah.
It's been on my list to watch. I wanted to watch.
Yeah, it was actually a decent movie for early 90s.
Because Denzel's in it, so I'm like, fuck it, I'll give it a chance.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, to be fair, it'll probably give some sisters a heart attack, but
it's something that's very similar to Kamala Harris and her father, and Kamala Harris's mother and father, which is a black man and a Dalit or what we call it underclass Indian, that's dark. So,
speaking of that, I was hearing that she might try to run again. Is that
no?
a real thing?
She said it's a possibility, but we have to see if we can.
See.
Yeah, if she can get some donors, it's possible, but can't get any donors back.
Yeah, it's not going to happen if she don't get any donors. But let's get back to Sabby here.
Mm-hmm.
She was happy.
Authorities are still questioning McCann and confiscated his passport while they wait for the medical examiner's report. McCann has not responded to a request for comment. No arrest.
So he is trapped there now too, because he is being questioned, and rightfully so. Usually when these things happen, the first person that the authorities look at is the partner. Right? Now, they said they found marks around her neck. And some people, I think they heard that and they were like, oh, well, she definitely tried to, hang herself or whatever. And I'm like, well, marks around the neck can be made that way from other types of violence as well. Like if someone tried to choke you.
Yeah. True.
Let's go into more details here because this story, that's why I wanted to wait until I covered this, because I want to show you a close-up of that report that they were talking about.
That their relationship was genuine.
Ashley's mother says she never would have expected that less than a week later, her daughter would be dead. On April 8th, she says Ashley called saying she and her fiance got into an argument and were moved to separate rooms. The next day, she received another call, this time from her fiance.
He told me that Ashley did something to herself and that she was being taken to the hospital. I said, what happened when? And he told me it had been 11 hours prior.
Hours later, the luxury hotel the couple was staying at called saying Ashley passed away. According to the hospital's medical report, Ashley had an unidentified mark around her neck. They wrote...
Pause. Let's look at this. There's an unidentified mark around her neck. Don't they mean not any wound seen? Okay, not any wound seen, not pale, not jaundice. Look at this. We're looking at ample, A unknown, M unknown, P unknown, L 4 hours ago. E, according to the husband, he found she hanged herself on the door.
Okay.
According to him.
Him, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, what did they say?
Nobody else found her that way. So how do you know she even was left that way? We don't know.
I don't know. Exactly.
He's the only one that said that.
Yeah.
Now we can look here, second survey. It says here bilateral chest expansion. I think they mean not any lesion. There is a tattoo on the left side of the chest, trachea centrally located. CVS pulse is strong and fast, cold extremities, JVP not raised. So again, look at what's highlighted. According to the husband, that's how she was found. Let's go on more here.
Quote, according to the husband, he found she hanged herself on the door with several question marks.
Sometime Jill went back to the room with security, and that's how they found her.
Ashley was also taken to a second hospital who listed her cause of death as cerebral hypoxia by strangulation and suffocation.
Okay. Uh-oh. What? They said strangulation and suffocation.
Mm-hmm.
That's not the same thing as hanging.
No, it is not.
Is it?
Mm-mm.
No. So when this story first came out, many of us said it was probably him. It was him.
Probably.
Yeah, yet somehow, BGS, somehow, some way, black women found a way to say,
I'm done with life, and it's all Jermaine's fault. It's always Jermaine's fault. I'm done.
not this time it wasn't. We had nothing to do with this.
Okay. So, that's the whole thing, man. You know, when you're in a foreign country, you're in a spot where the police may or may not be very good at what they do. So, all you can do is bring her body home and see what happened.
I agree with Brian here in the chat. Like this sounds like some
And
slave
then we
play
don't know
shit.
It could have been.
what could have happened after that. I gotta say allegedly, you know, we don't know what could have happened after that. Here's what I believe. I believe that he did that allegedly. And then I believe he could have positioned her in such a way to make it look like she did it herself.
Okay.
I don't put nothing past people, man.
Mm-hmm.
So let's go back to what happened before. They were in such a heated altercation that the hotel manager had to put them in separate rooms.
Yeah.
Okay.
They didn't choose to go. They had to be put in separate rooms.
Okay. So how did he get back in her room?
Just something to think about. You got to be careful out here in these streets.
And suffocation.
Never done anything that would ever lead me to believe that she would do something to harm herself.
She was not just going to be discarded and forgotten about.
And
you want to say something?
I mean, just like the last one, nobody would ever believe that homeboy would shoot his wife and kill himself. Okay.
Yeah, no one. I didn't see that coming.
Nobody would ever see it coming. We don't know. We don't know.
She was a very pretty girl. Like it's so sad. It really is. Still very young, had her whole life ahead of her. Now, from what I understand, the fiance said he obviously older than her. It seemed like he was pretty well off when it comes to finances.
I think he's like a crippler or something. I forget what they said he was into.
Okay.
So it looked like he was one of those, dudes, that midlife dude, had more money. I want to show you some of the things that she had posted because people are retweeting her posts and they're showing these things. One of them is this one, something that she posted in 2013 where she said unaliving is never the answer.
Okay.
So does that sound like coming from someone that would have done that to themselves?
No.
This is from Savannah Britt. She said, we need justice for my friend.
Okay.
So Ashley Jana was her friend. She also said, I don't believe that she would do something like this. And I'm not sure if I had the GoFundMe here or not. But the other thing that was weird, let me show you this part first. Because people were also posting these tweets of hers as well. People were saying that she was very negative towards Black men. Here's one: everyday Black men wake up and find new ways to embarrass us. Here's another one that was shared: same ends bashing Black women be the ends calling me a traitor for dating a white man. Granted, these are very old, but
okay, whatever.
Still, that was 2015. And this is the.
Hold on, let me talk about this for a minute. I have a specific reason why I don't cover divestors on this channel often. It's real simple. I think they're a joke.
Okay.
I have white in-laws on both sides of my family.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, in divestors' main shtick is they're dating a white man. Ha ha ha! Look at us Black men, and I just look at them like, okay, you can't hurt my feelings with that. You just can't. I mean,
you know what? They think that we look at them dating white men the same way they look at us when we date white women.
Yeah.
The
total opposite. We don't care.
We don't care. Yeah.
I'm not, if it's a female relative, okay, if he makes me happy, so be it.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, ain't shit we can do about it.
Yeah. And that's actually my philosophy with my younger female cousins.
Mm-hmm.
Particularly after 18, if he didn't rape you, I don't care.
Yeah. But most Black men don't care. In fact, Shay Sharday put I think I might do a video on that tomorrow. Shay Sharday talked about Black men not caring. I mentioned that Black women were never brought over here to be our wives. Okay, they're brought over here to be concubines to the white men. They always belonged to the white men since they got here. So Black men have developed, Black men have developed a laissez-faire attitude about Black women dating white men. They don't care.
Yeah, we just don't care. It's part of life.
It's part of life. We know you like white peen. You just don't. You try to lie about it.
Don't talk about Cynthia G like that. Oh, let me shut up. Anyway,
Cynthia G was the escort for old white men. So yeah, she don't. She got pictures, but she don't broadcast that. So.
She don't broadcast it, but I noticed something. When she's really pissed at a dude, she'll start talking about you like pink sausage. I was like, oh, I guess you would. And the whole time I think, oh, I guess you would know what that looks like, don't you?
She does know what it looks like, up close and personal. Yeah, she was doing that kind of stuff.
But what do you want me to say to a heifer that literally flew across the country to sleep with a Pookie?
I don't. I still don't get it. I don't get what she saw him, but whatever it was. But you know what?
Around my age, that biological clock is strong.
It is strong, but what I also think is that he kind of reminded her of her father. Her father was a boxer. Her father was. If you knew the background of her father and her mother, man, if she wasn't so cantankerous, you would feel sorry for her.
Looks like you got a B-dub in the chat.
Okay.
I got a B-dub in the chat. What about her?
Well, who's the B-dub?
Cosmic Blackie.
Okay, I'm trying to
see. It's not offensive. People are noticing that you guys are just downright rude to everyone. That it's not just Black women, you're rude to everybody. Well, that's very. You know what? The thing is, where we learn that shit from.
Y'all.
And then from your mamas, okay. The thing is, what I've noticed with Black women, and I'm gonna say this: you guys say shit. You guys say so much fucked up shit. Y'all don't even know that you're even saying it because it's so
Mm-hmm.
ordinary. Guys, I know that with my relatives, man, y'all be talking about people and saying negative stuff about people, and it's like Tuesday, and say, why would you say that to it? What did I say? You don't even know that you're saying it. And
What did you
guess
say
what?
her name was? I don't even see her.
Who's that? Cosmic Black.
It's either B-Dub or
Oh, Cosmic Black. Okay, I see her now.
Yeah.
B-Dub or a simp. Makes no difference
That's
to
a
me.
B-Dub, man. Whatever reason, the B-Dubs are. Since I went off and watched on May, the B-Dubs are over here strong. So.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's right, man. Whatever.
And you think he'll come over and finger wag? We don't give a shit if you finger wag. Okay. The thing is, what we love about being in the manosphere, we ain't even got to say it. All we got to do is go to TikTok and show it all day long.
Oh yeah.
You guys are the worst representatives of yourselves than anything else in the world. Black men are 1,000 times less worse than y'all.
Oh yeah, the most highly educated, and sometimes we just want to face palm.
Yeah.
Educated.
And your kids,
shit.
And your children are the least educated. How does that work?
Oh yeah. Yeah. Let me go on and show you since she like BGS said, all we have to do go to TikTok to show how crazy y'all are. Let's see, collections, and this is under.
And you guys are proud of it too. Y'all beat your chest talking crazy.
So BGS and AB, like I did a little bit of ear hustling on the ops, and what I heard them say. What I heard them say was
which ops are we talking about this time?
Yeah,
the usual suspects.
That don't mean nothing. There's a whole bunch of
who. Say name. Who?
So over on MOTs, also like also on like Ramil shit. Like basically they're saying that
Ramil still around.
I don't deal with Ramil, man. Come on,
Ramil still around. What's Ramil doing now, man? Because I hadn't heard of Ramil in like years.
He goes live every now and then, but like he does. What's
the name of his channel now?
I'd have to look and send it to you. I don't even remember, to be honest. I just seen it pop up.
Okay.
But basically, what I heard them saying, well, MLT specifically was saying that like, why does he have to do all of this stuff to, do all of this stuff and just build his stuff up and still have to work, and there's guys like you and other content creators that's making more money or making money without having to really do shit.
Because you're okay. Let me MOT. I know you're listening, okay, and I'm sure that Andre will tell you actually clip this shit. You're a talentless motherfucker. That's why. Okay.
Damn.
If you had talent, you wouldn't have this problem. Okay. You ain't got no motherfucking talent, and you're not a likable person. That's why.
That's all I took from it, because it's like, if you guys are supposed to be the get it out the mud.
No, it doesn't matter.
Why can't you do it?
It's because you ain't got no talent. You've been here like 12 years. You ain't got no talent. That's all it is. You got talent. You get some followers, okay?
We have the black Viltrumite here, Charles. What's going on, Charles?
We dropped off before I could see his avatar.
Yeah. And the thing is, you don't ask how come somebody's doing better than you, okay? If you got enough talent and stuff like that, if you actually want to build a big platform with a lot of people coming to you, you know how to do it. Stop trying to blame us for your lack of success.
Well, yeah, especially if your content is just talking shit about other dudes. Like who wants to hear that all day?
I mean, you might get 500 people to view your shit, okay? And the only time you get more than that is if you put one of our names in it.
Yeah.
What does that tell you? I mean, if you expand your horizons, there's enough people that actually like to come see paint dry on the wall. Yeah?
Oh shit!
You ain't shit for that.
There's a segment of people that want to see paint dry.
That is true. That is true.
So
Come on, Charles, can you hear me?
Charles, that avatar is fire, by the way.
I'm here.
Yeah, I told him that, that's why I said we have the Viltrumite Charles here now.
What are we gonna do tonight, Mongo? Try to take over the world.
The ass whooping that Thrag put on. How did the whole family go 0-3 against this nigga?
So who?
When you watch the last episode of Invincible. The whole family was 0-3. That was funny.
The whole family is 0-3?
Yeah, because he whooped each one of their asses individually.
Oh, okay. Well, he's
oh, that's right. I forgot to tell you, Mark has a little brother now, Oliver, because
he's got a brother.
Yeah, they went to another planet and got somebody pregnant.
Oh, okay. So,
damn, I'm on episode 6. Y'all don't spoil it for me.
So what planet does his brother come from?
Thraxon.
He's like a half bug, half.
Okay. Oh, okay.
It's funny because the ass whooping he gave them, he tried to talk to Nolan, but he uppercut that motherfucker back into orbit.
Okay.
The first one was the first punch when he knocked into Viltrum, the planet.
Okay.
The second one was, "It's gonna hurt me a lot more than it's gonna hurt you."
Okay.
I was like, and then when hard-headed ass Oliver told him not to challenge this motherfucker by yourself, now you're missing a job.
Yeah.
Yeah, Oliver got fucked up again.
I mean, it's a recurring thing. I mean, but still, who's the no talent hack that talks about? Oh, you talk about this.
No, MOT. I mean, you know, the thing is, if you've been here a year, okay, it's one thing, or you got another job. Like Charles has another job. So Charles can't really dedicate himself to YouTube like that. Dude, you know, you've been here 10 years. You know how this game works.
Yeah.
And supposedly you have 30,000 subs. But I think you paid for them. But supposedly you have 30,000 subs. Okay.
Well, I mean, Roger pointed that out a while back. Just like, how come you have way more subs than I do, but I have more views than you do?
Yeah, because he bought them. But it's okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Where me and Charles and AB, we got to sweat for all ours.
Yeah,
we got to fight. We got to fight YouTube tooth and nail over our subs because they take them all the time.
I just do more because I've just been putting up on booklet.
What's that thing that Mr. Z says? You let, like, what he says for women, like you let them talk long enough.
Oh yeah. I've been saying that. You just let them talk. Yeah. Let them talk. They'll reveal themselves. I said that years ago.
Because
let them talk.
I kind of figured that, but like to hear them say it out of their own mouths, pretty much is that, you know.
Well, like BGF said, all we have to do is turn on TikTok.
Roland Martin does not care about Black women. His little show and that segment that he had, basically memorializing his friend that took Dr. Serena's life. I'm actually disgusted. And I sat there.
No, and he wasn't defending me. That was actually a good segment.
Unless he is calling the dude a monster and cussing the dude out, they're gonna say, okay, you know how they are. And
what we're not going to do is use mental health diagnoses as a shield for violence. I don't want to hear any messages about what depression looks like and this is what depression does, or this is what depression does not equal violence. Struggling does not equal harming someone.
Oh, really?
And being in pain does not give.
Clip that. So the next time some chick goes off and tries to run over her husband and try to shoot her husband, or try to act up in the airport by fighting, okay, clip that coming out her mouth. Okay,
you permission to call someone up.
I'm glad you said, Lizzie. Oh yeah. Hold on, y'all give me 1 second here.
Yeah. You need to keep that one. So next time chick come up and try to excuse chick's mental health, stuff like that, there's no excuse. Okay, just like homegirl that chopped up her kids. Okay. Now, obviously, she's got to be nuts for do something to her children. She got to be nuts. Okay, but according to her definition, there is no excuse. So the door needs to swing both ways.
Depression does not equal V. That's what I call it. But yeah, I just downloaded that sucker.
Yeah. You pop that one up because
in these moments.
So I'll take that to CapCut and cut that up.
Because they always talk about what they're going through.
Happen. This is not just about mental health or psychology. You are seeing entitlement. You are seeing dominance. You are seeing emotional dysregulation.
Hey, y'all hit my Cash App, support the show. Hit the super chat.
Yeah. If you have a mental break, that's called emotional dysregulation, baby, by definition.
Yeah.
You are seeing learned ideas about power and control and harm. Stop reducing things to a message such as this is what depression looks like. First of all, you don't even know if this person has depression.
He was drinking.
It's just a catch-all when
he was depressed. Okay, it was obvious he was depressed.
It was in the divorce paper. He was drinking and depressed.
He was drinking and depressed. He was depressed.
You're like, oh well, it must have been mental health. No, it couldn't have just been the way that we that individuals lionize power and dominance in a specific gender. It could.
So why is she so sure of what the diagnosis is?
Don't let the facts get in the way of a good narrative, Charles.
Yeah,
Mama knows best, Charles.
Also, Mama's trying to cover up the domestic violence she does. Oops, I said it out loud.
The thing that's why you need to keep that one is because every time a chick does something like beat up a boyfriend or shoot somebody, hurt her kids, okay, and they said, oh, she must be.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna get a couple other clips again and do one better, but let's continue.
Yeah.
Couldn't be the messages about letting people get off when harming others and they don't get held accountable. It couldn't be the fact that we tell individuals it's more important to be dominant and powerful than be rejected and act accordingly. It couldn't be that. No, it's depression.
Sometimes it is.
Who are you?
Your mom a Democrat.
Oh, okay.
Hey, what's up, Louis?
You guys forgot the new one. Bitch, you on YouTube too.
Oh, man, that's funny.
Oh, that's hilarious. Okay.
That shit, but she got real.
When individuals reduce all of these things to this is what depression looks like, there's so many harmful things that happen. One, you excuse behavior that needs and deserves accountability. And the behavior most of the time you're excusing is violence. And then you stigmatize people who are actually dealing with depression.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna cut this sucker up and just add clips in, add clips in. Okay.
Or anxiety or personality disorder. Because now that gets associated with danger.
What she's basically saying is men are not entitled to have human reactions.
No.
And look, and I wanted to hop on earlier. Nobody knows how someone is going to react when they hit rock bottom. Every individual has their own breaking point. Not it being like this resilience is not a one size fit all.
Right.
It's called the human experience.
I mean, you got, for some odd reason, people out there who go through mental issues every day. I've seen enough cases.
Yeah.
Guess what? You get your house taken away, kids, half your money, half your pension, half of everything because you believe a bitch for 15, 20 years, 15 years loved you. And then now you're moving from a 4-bedroom house to a shitty ass 1-bedroom apartment.
Yeah.
That doesn't bring depression.
Well, more to add to that is that AB mentioned earlier that also, like those accusations or whatever, I don't know if it was confirmed or not, but like that ruined his career at the same time he was going through his divorce.
Yeah,
Candidacy award of Me Too.
AB, can you replay that for Dr. T, that Roland thing?
Right after you finish playing this. Let me get through this first.
And violence and harm. And like, it's just not accurate. Mental health, yes, can explain behavior. It does not excuse it. And when you have explanation without accountability, it's how cycles continue. What we're not.
Okay. Now we can go back to let's go back to
But AB.
Number one, strong as fuck, because I can't arrest a person with mental disabilities. If they do something because of their mental issue, they're not capable of their own functionalities, okay? They're not.
Dr. T. Yeah, let me set this up for Dr. T. Evidently, Roland Martin knew Justin Fairfax, and he actually had a couple experts on talking about Black men's mental health.
Mm-hmm.
And to his credit, it was a good segment. So let's go on. I'm gonna skip ahead here to surround. Okay.
Yeah, rubs that take place, unhealed, unresolved scars that were verbal, they were very penetrating. And whereas women may often resort to retorting verbally, men typically take things to the grass, take it outside or whatever it is, right? And this is just a generalization. This is not saying this is for everybody. It's not absolute. So we see the difference in how we resolve issues and challenges. And so you see the actions here. So as you suggested, the fertile ground was set. The reality is, do we know who we are? Can we identify ourselves in alien places? And I submit to you that it's difficult to do so. And as a psychologist, the issue is about normalization. How do you get back to yourself? And as my dear brother said, it's like this: therapy is to the soul or spirit as a cast is to a broken bone. It provides the structure for the healing to take place. But if the medical professional does not have any knowledge of what was the original structure of the bone prior to its breakage, then the cast that will be placed on that broken bone can be ill placed, and therefore you have an ill-formed healing process. If the individuals were not clear about what it meant to be Black and Blackness and what it means to be a Black man and what are some of the things that are disruptive, then the type of therapeutic intervention that is applied can be disruptive. And many times that is one of the reasons why Black men don't find themselves in therapeutic sessions. Not only the issue of self-facing stuff, the idea of how do I save my face, but also do I believe you understand what in this hell is going on? Not the issue of hell in the sense of a profanity piece, the issue of as I'm dealing with all of these hellacious issues, these voices, these thoughts, these ideas, these conflictual phenomena, this reality. Do I believe that the person I'm going to sit across from has the capacity to understand and the wherewithal to not only hear, listen, but also understand deeply the essence of what it means to be me, and then to begin to set me on a pathway for the healing to take place?
Panel, get ready for your questions after I ask this question of Aldwin. I was texting somebody earlier who said that this person said they know several men who are going through divorce who are still living in the home. I went through divorce in 1999, tried that for a month, didn't have kids, but I was like, no, I can't stay here. And as I was sitting here just thinking about and just, again, I mean, the whole day, just talking to people who knew both of them, but talking to people who were dealing with Justin and trying to help him out. You know, you're almost married 20 years. You're 47 years old. You've got 2 kids. You're in this divorce, this bitter divorce. Now you're in the custody battle, yet you're still in the same place. You're seeing this person every single day. Talk about what that is like every day. And then, of course, we find out that he was ordered out of the home by April 30th and also losing custody of the children, and the impact that has on someone who is already in an extremely fragile state.
Yes.
I mean, well, first of all, Roland, Justin is your friend, all right? And so you have to honor him. You know, on the other end, we have to accept accountability, right? And so this is what I mean, all right? I want to respect. He lost custody of his children, right? That means that a court looked at this and said it's not safe for him to be around his children. He had a handgun, depressed, drinking alcohol, right? And has the means to get therapy. Now, Kevin will tell you, we're not hard to find. All right. And if people were trying to reach out to him, and you know this, Roland.
We're not hard to find. But what I'm trying to do, I'm trying to get that brother to understand the scene that's being set and how you need to remove yourself from a situation and be somewhere so you can begin the healing process. And that was a book I read when I was in divorce. It was called A Divorce is Like a Living Death. And so this is what we have to get men. We need men to be thinking about this, but also brothers around them also helping them to understand that if you're staying in that place, knowing the condition that you're in, it's gonna go one direction, and it's not a good one.
Pause it.
So how do we do that?
One, like so the Bible.
Do you like how he tried to like just talk away from what he was trying to say and just say, well, we have a lot. It is very rare to find black therapists, black male therapists. And of course, this guy was neutral. You can tell he's very gynocentric. See, I remember a female friend last week told me, I said, who do you think's more likely to get fucked by the police, black men or black women? Well, it depends. I said, you're full of shit. You really think that you got more against the world than a black man?
Yeah, they do. Well,
they do.
So you're telling me that, number one, men, period, what, 75% of the cases to 80?
Yeah. Oh, you trying to use statistics. Huh.
Well, you niggas, get your ass using statistics.
So, you're a smart Negro. You're trying to use stats.
Well, uppity son of a bitch. So then, when you get married, a lot of men are more in it for us than women are. Women look at marriage as a business. Anybody say? So now you're going through the divorce. She doesn't even give you time to move out. In your face the whole time, knowing she's going to take half of whatever the fuck, take your kids, because guess what? I never heard of divorced women really raising kids too much. Well, it's very rare. And not use those kids as a weapon against a man. It's very rare it doesn't happen. And then you're going to move out somewhere and keep the kids away from the dad. More stress, more of this.
Yes.
Like, don't know what the fuck happens. How come the courts don't see? Guess what? You can own a gun. Why are you drinking? You don't allow men to go through therapy. It should be mandatory if you go through a divorce that you should have therapy. But they don't care because the court wants their cut too.
Unfortunately.
So what I heard about this scenario, like before tonight, was at least for a portion of that divorce process, like he was still living with her. And also like that dude on the left, that was some straight bullshit where he tried to say like they're not hard to find. Was he talking about therapists in general, or is he talking about black male therapists?
Yes, he's talking about black male therapists. I should have played earlier. There's only they only make up like 4% of the therapists.
Well, he said they're not hard to find. That's what he said.
But yet, why don't you make the women leave? We know the kids statistically are 5 times more likely to be abused by the mother.
You know why?
Yeah. Mom, Mama's right.
No, it's called the custody of infants, man. Caroline Norton. Okay. It's called family court. Okay. The mother is presumed to be the proper parent for the last 200 years.
Even though statistically she wasn't.
It doesn't matter.
I've always asked myself, Why don't you ever vote judges in for custody and child support?
Okay, the laws, especially this one. Why do you think the family court is separate from all the other courts? Because it's not part of the courts. It's the court of chancery. It's the court outside of the regular judicial system.
Yeah, it's really simple.
It is, and when Dead said, Ashley brought that up, the custody of infants to the judges, and they said, yeah, that's what we go by. We've been going by for years, so that's why I brought it up. So we're just now getting presumed 50-50 custody right now, okay, over the last 10 years because of the manosphere.
Out of Kentucky.
Well, yeah. Well, even other states are leaning that way. Like even California, the most judges are leaning toward 50-50 custody. Okay, so but the manosphere, that's because of the manosphere, and men don't want to get married. So
the black, according to Butthur Blues, like MOT, the black manosphere has no effect, right?
The thing is, if we had no effect, they wouldn't keep bothering us.
You wouldn't make a fucking documentary on Netflix.
Yeah,
because you would be in my comments talking about you live in Indiana, worry about Republicans.
What does that have to do with the price of tea in China, man?
Yeah, I seen him going at you, AB, in the comment section.
Yeah, I know he does, but what does that have to do with the price of tea in China?
I mean, yeah, it doesn't have a damn thing to do with it.
It has a damn thing to do with
it. Here's the fucked up part. You wonder, this is a very good case of why young men don't want to be married or have kids. If I got to go through this shit, not saying this is the end all be all. If I got to be held accountable to somebody else's whims, why do it at all? What's the secret of war games and how to win?
The only way to win is not to play, right?
And what's the best reversal? Never to get in the move of situation in the first place.
Get the hole in the first place.
Shit, I was watching I was watching a CGA video earlier, and it was about like a divorce lawyer or divorce / like child custody lawyer, you know, and like he was saying that like apparently y'all got like 24-hour judges that woman could just wake up in the middle of the night and say I want to divorce this guy.
Yeah,
like that's fucked up.
Some states.
In some states, yeah, but the thing is, the 10 years doctrine, which is almost universal around the world now, started in 1839, man. And it's spread throughout the whole world. So it's a gynocratic look at patriarchy. Okay. And that's one thing that the women didn't want to give up when it came down to the ERA, right? They don't want to be treated like a man because they actually know the rules actually slanted towards women.
And now you're gonna have to slant them back towards men, and that's just
like when I split from my baby mama, I was sitting in front of a lawyer, right? I said, "What are the odds of I said, what are the odds of me getting my kids?" She said, "None."
None.
She said, "None." Okay. That's it. You know, I paid her up front and I said, "Thank you for your service." Okay. Well, you have a right to weigh in on her education and her religious. I don't give a shit about that. Forget it. None. That's all I need to know.
Shit, BGS, like my baby mom's like fucking called child family services, and went through the whole process, and they were just like, yeah, we know you're the better parent, but unfortunately we can't do anything. You have to take her to court.
It's the thing is, that's why well, me, I'm black pill and I'm a Sigma, man. I don't give a shit, unless you're a Charles, and Charles can get away with that shit, okay?
Yeah,
because they're scared shitless of Charles.
Well, you convinced them very well. Like, look, I'll fight you tooth and nail to the point where I'll subpoena all his teachers.
You will, but you probably have to go that far. That's Charles, okay? Give me his kid so he can take his big ass on someplace.
Yeah, how is Tina doing?
Yeah, Charles, go conquer another planet.
Yeah, go conquer another planet.
See, like, he's all right. He just came back in from his little date.
Oh, He got a candy grab from Uncle, huh?
Yeah. With the old, what is it? The peanut does not fall far from the nougat in the box. Okay.
Nah. Nah.
Charles, you got to bring your son on your next stream so we can roast him about his date.
Probably couldn't come.
That's the peanut's our baby, man. We ain't gonna roast peanut, man.
Yeah,
That's our baby. Okay.
I don't mean that negatively. I just mean fuck with him.
Yeah. You also ask. We still think of Peanut as the little 8-year-old man walking with the big ass dog. So it's hard to believe that he's grown up.
No, he's like 6'2".
Yeah, he's grown up.
It's like I tell people all the time. I said, especially when people didn't want to go mainstream with the shit. You're not going to get anything done if you're trying to be the secret boys club.
I know. I said the same thing to MGTOW, man, back in the 2013, 2014. They want to keep it a secret club. So, if you guys want to keep it a secret club and make you a little money, that's fine. But the thing is, I said, I'm not here for all that. I'm here to try to change shit. Okay.
Yeah, make an impact and
make an impact. Yeah. So that's why the PhDs are here. So they're not here to make money. They're here to make some impact, make a change. And then now they're mad that we did it.
Yeah, well,
but women should be thanking you.
Well, the women have their own cross to bear, man. 2026 is not going to be kind to women and black women especially.
Nah, it's not.
It's not going to be very kind to them.
A friend of mine, a teacher just lost her job. They said, "Hey, we're not resigning you for the next year."
Yep.
I mean, like I try to tell her, well, there's going to have to be teachers hand-on. I said, what did COVID show you?
Mm-hmm.
COVID, I said, you think what we had 6 years ago, we didn't perfect better?
Mm-hmm.
You don't need as many teachers.
What's your educational background?
PE.
She's a PE?
Yeah.
She's a TA, teacher's assistant?
No, she's a PE, physical education.
Physical education. Oh. Okay. So, what's her secondary skill?
I don't know what her master's, both her masters in. I forgot what it was. But like sometimes, the most 90% of the women I dated had a degree, and I'm like, and I end up like looking at them like, you sure?
You know what? You know how I make a man, Charles?
What's that?
So what you got? You got a master's. Go back and get your money back.
I told her to.
That makes they get hot when you say that shit, man. Go get your money back.
What you think I told May? But I said you need to go kick your fucking professors in the teeth.
I didn't even mean to talk about her sometimes. Sometimes her lack of knowledge actually stuns me.
Yeah, that really does.
It stuns me, because I'm thinking I'm saying something ordinary.
She has 2 masters, really? Yeah.
She says she got 2 masters. And sometimes her lack of knowledge stuns me. Like when I simple words like curmudgeon, right? Which is if you're a middle schooler, it's probably not a word you run across. But the thing is, if you got a master's, that's very common. It's a very common word.
Curmudgeon.
So what?
A very surly person.
Yeah. It's not it's not like one of those esoteric words and it's like, okay, that's sometimes with her it's like it's frustrating, okay, because I'm trying to talk to you like you're educated and you got a degree and trying to have elevated conversation, but thing is you act like a high schooler.
Yeah, and that's where I think mental maturity has caught up to the physical. And it's one word I always catch people with is compulsory.
Mm-hmm.
And they be like, your presence here is very compulsory. And they're like, huh?
Yeah.
I mean, sorry,
well, BGS, since you brought her up, like,
yeah,
like, since you, like, that last time she was on your live and, you kicked her off, like, yeah, she's over there, like, cheerleading in MOT's chat.
Well, good for her.
Who cares?
Yeah, good for her. They belong together.
Yeah, they deserve.
And obviously she's still like mad about Pearl, so she's ranting about Pearl.
Oh gosh!
So okay, what is it about her? What is it about Pearl that she really dislikes? Because Pearl doesn't. Pearl's not in the Black Manosphere.
You can't remember last time I mentioned Pearl.
Yeah,
she's over there ranting, talking about she's she's unmarried, and she's like,
okay.
oh, I'm married, she's unmarried.
So what?
That's basically her whole argument, really.
That's because you got a double barrel shotgun. That.
Yeah. Okay. But she's unmarried, so okay. Well, with May is almost like the Joker, man. May says stuff and talks about stuff that doesn't make sense after time. And then our arguments, and the thing is, I don't mind if you disagree. The thing is, at least understand what my argument actually is, okay? And when you have to repeat back what you said, it comes back so fucked up. I said, did you actually listen to me?
Has anybody so alone when you think you're talking to somebody educated and they just say some of the most ridiculous shit that ever known? And it's like you try to give somebody the leeway.
Mm-hmm.
People think that I'm this arrogant prick, and I'm really not. I give people a lot of leeway more than I should. And even when I talk to people or interact with them, even before BGS said something, that's probably because we kind of clicked very, very quickly because we're probably the same person, just 20 years of difference. And I would say a return on investment about friends. And we're fucking just dating and women. If I'm entertained by a woman and she looks and she does some stuff, I'm getting something out of it.
Yeah.
Now, does it always have to be sexual? No. And I think it's like women always think men think about sex all the time. Sometimes we enjoy just being around good company.
Yeah, and Charles, I'm sure Charles would tell you I'm the same way. Okay, we probably turn down more sex than we actually get.
I turned it down more than most
people. Yeah.
I've gotten more by accident and turned down more than most people get.
Yeah.
And it's sad because I'm like, look, I want to get to know your personality. I had a chick say, you forgot my birthday. I said, sorry, happy birthday. No, delete my number. I'm sorry. I had to have a plumbing issue for my house and I'm still waiting for them to fix the wall in the ceiling in my kitchen. Sorry that I had to worry about your birthday when I had a fucking house emergency.
Yeah, I actually had a chick DM me a while back, showing me video of herself and stuff. She had any kids? Like, I'm taking care of my sister's kid. Like, okay, that's translation. You have kids.
Yeah,
and it's funny because you meet
she a rich auntie.
You meet people like May. You meet people like this who really, and what you really come to. Modern women really don't respect men. And especially when it comes to intellect, they really don't. And they say they want a smart man until they get one. It's like, I want a man who can lead. No, you don't. You want a man that can lead with his wallet.
Yeah.
You don't want a man that can lead because a man that can lead is going to have a price that you need to pay.
They want a smart employee. That's really what they want. So they can brag about, oh, look, see, and show them off to their friends. So go ahead, talk for them, Charles. I want to show them off.
And that's mostly the problem is that my biggest issue with women is not get them notice. You don't hear any. I wouldn't consider myself one of the major black manosphere content creators. Maybe I am, maybe I'm not. But you never heard BGS, AB, Art New Style, Artisan MC, Mr. Z, Dr. T, Dr. Neil. Dr. Dump. You never heard us say we can't get women. So that incel thing is incorrect. The one thing to say is that the women that we did interact with, for those who still the ones we do, we have a certain list of criteria and issues with that. Now, when you start going about your experiments, which is funny because you have all these smart, college-educated, graduate-level people who don't pay attention to saying, hey, I'm doing an experiment. Have you went through this with black women? And you go talk to a guy from LA, a guy from somewhere in Texas, another guy from New York, and you notice you have very similar, if not the same, instances something's got to be. You got to look at the experiment and go to other places and see if it's the same. We've been doing this for at least almost half a decade and a half, at least openly, and earlier before that. But for some odd reason, people still to this day think we don't know shit what we talking about.
Hey Charles, why wouldn't you be attracted to a woman that says she could fight?
Do you really want me to answer that black pill?
You know, if a woman that says
Before you do that, hold on. Before y'all do that, shout out to MC for the $20 Cash App. Like, share, subscribe, hit the Cash App, support the show. Hit the Super Chat, support the show. And he gets...
Cha-ching, 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 cha-ching. You better thank your donors.
most chicks that talk about fighting are violent.
Well, BGS, that was that Leslie Jones chick that was saying.
And Leslie Jones is violent. She's violent. Yeah.
You would have to beat her.
Out of the table.
You would have to beat her down. And,
You gotta beat her down.
And the sad part about it is, if you look back in her childhood, notice she doesn't mention her mother. She mentions her father.
Mm-hmm.
And
she's a dude. Yeah.
Yeah, she's a dude. She's never raised her to be a wife.
Mm-hmm.
And she probably has a history of beating up pretty girls. Why? She never was one.
Yeah, let's have a little fun here, fellas.
Literally on the verge of losing my sanity to these men. Like, I genuinely feel like crying right now because I just am so tired of not being able to leave the house and not feel safe because I know I'm going to be bothered by men. So I decided to take a walk this morning to enjoy this beautiful day. And the first situation, because there's two, the first situation, I'm walking down and I see this man that I seen yesterday that was staring at me as I walked up and down the street.
She's lying.
And I immediately am on edge because I see him and I'm like, well, I recognize you. You were already a weirdo.
No.
He then proceeds, he notices me.
Now I understand why Gen Z is checking out.
He then
He noticed
proceeds
that-
to
that
walk
forehead.
like
What did he do?
diagonally to the other side, like to the street, the street alongside me.
Oh,
So then
no.
he is then behind me. And I already like I'm feeling so uncomfortable because you already are weird.
You know what
And then I keep looking back to make sure that
You know why? She's schizo.
Yeah, she's crazy.
She's schizo. You can see that. I've been in many of calls like this.
Mm-hmm.
They make up stuff as they go. They hallucinate shit as they go. He's schizo as a motherfucker. Like,
Yeah, she's crazy. Yeah.
I was just gonna say
Yeah,
she
it's
got a
not
bigger
following
forehead
me.
than Rihanna.
and he stands and he stays at the corner of this street and just keeps staring at me and watching me.
Yeah, something's wrong with her.
Yeah, she's crazy. Yeah.
Who's raising these kids, man? Having a nervous breakdown because a man's checking you out.
Yes.
And you see stats like over, what is it, like 45% of Gen Z men or men within a certain age bracket, a lot of them are younger, haven't approached a woman in their lives. Well, they're dealing with shit like this. Looking at me and she's panicking. This is stuff that women have dealt with for a while. And you have women say, why are men afraid to come up and approach? It's okay. Rejection's okay. What's the worst that could happen? Well, you could end up with-
A whole lot.
Why are black men the only race of men that I see that can pretty much go to prison, go to jail, not have their shit together and expect for their women to hold it down?
Well, it's funny that you can so-called only see black men, but you can't see that their hairline ain't working with that weave that you got on. But anyway, key incarcerations by race data, 2026 trends, Federal Bureau of Prisons, BOP racial data, April 2026. Whites make up 57%, blacks make up 38.4%, Native Americans make up 3%, Asians make up 1.6%, and Latins make up 29.6%, ma'am. So what is this about? Only black men?
Exactly, you lying bitch.
That's pretty good. That's pretty. Clip that one. That's pretty good.
Oh my God. Whatever the case may be.
Yeah, clip that one
Jaden
too.
and Blue
Oh,
was
goodness
actually
gracious.
upset that he went to jail or prison and he expected for her, Jaden, to hold it down? What is?
Well, yes, ma'am. He expected her to hold it down, being that she stayed with him through all these women that he went through. Also, he gave her $90,000, and then he gave her another 6-figure check through another network because of his relationship. And she's supposed to give him $30,000, and she kept it all for herself. And she blew through it all, ma'am. Don't worry about it, but you left that out.
What does that even mean? Like, where are they getting this from? Who is teaching these men that your woman, your significant other, whoever you're dealing with, is supposed to just put up with all of this crap?
Well, it's funny that you said putting up.
Y'all teaching them that.
With all of this crap, because Papoose held Remy Ma down for 6 years while she was in prison. And then she ended up dating that was the Timu version of Papoose, which they called him Easy the Block Captain. So who are you holding the accountability for again? Don't worry about it.
Y'all ever hear a female say, I'm that bitch, it was all on him, but then you find out she got 4 baby daddies and not one of them really picked her, stayed, or took care of her? So at what point do you look in the mirror? Because everybody cannot be the problem every single time.
Yeah.
If the same situation keep repeating, something had to be your fault too. Yeah. Y'all ever hear a female?
If men are such good people, why anytime they get fuck you money or fame, they end up being a child predator? They end up being a rapist. They end up being an abuser.
What?
If men are such good people, why anytime they
man when I need him,
get fuck you money or fame, they end up being a child predator.
Like you said earlier, BGS, all we have to do is play TikTok.
Some women do push men to cheat. Just because you didn't have sex with another man don't make you a good girlfriend. Some of y'all are bad girlfriends. Some of y'all are so mean and disrespectful, and you wonder why this man don't want to talk to you. You wonder why he don't open up to you. You wonder why he don't want to come home. You wonder why he cheated on you in the first place. And I'm not condoning cheating. However, a lot, and I've seen this with my own eyes, some women do push men to cheat. And then you sit and you act so clear.
Yep, that's true.
Clueless, as if you don't understand why he would do this to me. You mean as fuck. You don't respect the man. You don't even want to fix his food. You talk to him like he's a child, like you his mom. But yet you want him to also be the man. Make it make sense when you don't even.
I don't think cake is for men. Like, as a man, why you eating cake?
Oh boy.
Well, it's late at night, so I'm gonna say exactly how I feel because I feel like a bitch.
Then don't let you have the cupcakes that go in. That's supposed to.
I wish a heifer would come in my apartment talking about men don't eat cake.
Watch go into a cake. It's like, why you got cupcakes?
Well, she should have asked us why.
I don't need a cupcake. I'll buy a whole cake and eat it.
Well, she should have asked us why nobody ate her. Probably because they don't like spoiled seafood.
I don't think cake is for men.
Oh, okay.
I don't think cake is for me.
Next one, I'm gonna ask Charles about this next one. Have you ever had this next thing I'm about to show Charles? Have you ever had one of these?
That's common. That's pretty common.
I got the camera. Hey, Clay. Can you listen to me for a second? Clay, can you listen to me for a second?
Pretty common. Damn, you dealt with that a lot.
I hear you.
I'm put some better about with that shit a lot.
What is done is done. But don't make this situation worse. Okay, you got some kids. Hey, listen, Clay. Can you make me a promise? Can you calm down? Can you calm down?
Yeah.
I will let your mom talk to you, but I need you to calm down, and I need you to stay calm down. Because listen,
took the car.
I'm a parent.
Charles, how many suplexes would black man would have got for doing that crap?
I mean, black and white people. I mean, they all both do it, so it's nothing common to me. You know, it's just more shocking for black women because they like to, they like to talk about black men getting locked up, and then they don't like to talk about them getting locked up. Like, go ahead, look at the stats of black women getting locked up compared to white women.
Let's look at a few more of these, then we're gonna get out of here.
Parent, right?
You see all of this.
I see you.
Correct?
I do.
I am not the type of female to be up in somebody's cheesecake factory.
Okay,
I know that's what you're used to. Brokey on a budget.
Time out.
Brokey on a budget. All the brokies stand up.
So you want to go to Ruth Chris, right?
Yes.
All right. I feel like Ruth.
Can't hear the sound.
Oh. Hold on, wait a minute.
Chris is reserved for women that hold themselves.
You hear that?
No. Try it
to
now.
a bit of a standard that is not quite your level.
Is anyone teaching their daughters how to be young ladies anymore? Like, what happened to class?
No, she got it
right?
on the
I'm
share.
seeing
Probably
15,
go back up
16-year-olds
and come back in with the share.
It's almost that time anyway. You can hear me, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm interested to see what the last episode going to be for the Invincible.
It's supposed to be 9. So.
Huh? Oh, it's supposed to be 9. Okay. I kind of know what's going to happen if they stick to the comics, but you know,
for the most part, they will. They'll put in some added things to track things that don't need to be there, like the whole talk between Nolan and Conquest never happened in the comics, but it fits perfectly. Fits perfectly in the show. So, you know, you got it. But all right, AB, I know you shut down.
Yeah, I'm about to shut down, folks. I like to thank. I've been on for 3 hours. I like to thank everybody that came through. This is AB Media 83, and I'm out. If you like what you've seen for this last 3 hours, hit that Cash App and support the show. Peace. Yo, this is AB Media 83. To support the channel, hit the Cash App. Also, be sure to like, share, and subscribe to the video. Also, be sure to hit that bell notification so you can be notified the next time I upload a live stream, video, or short. And always, always remember, guard your image, guard your peace. Keep it moving. This is AB Media 83, and I'm out. Peace.